Hello there, chat. Let me unmute Frozen here. There we go.
Ready?
Yep, you're back. You're good. You're not causing problems.
Oh, I'm causing problems, just not here right now. In other places. At other times.
Right.
I'm not lying, or am I? Like, it's true. Alright.
You are nothing
Okay.
but trouble.
I know. What game are you playing? Oh, hi, Twin Lance.
I will be
See.
doing some Hearthstone eventually, but
Okay, and I'm opening these tonight. They are Synchro Storm Legendary Duelists. They just came out a couple months ago. There is a chance I could get one of these in Ghost Rare, but probably not. But I said that last time. But again, I'm thinking realistically, probably not. If it happens a second time, I'm just gonna like throw down. All right, like it's gonna go off. So, yeah. How was your Thanksgiving, Mitch? I didn't even talk to you about that.
oh, we're not going to talk about that weekend. That was a shitty weekend.
Stream keeps freezing and having a buffer for me. I
Really?
don't know. I'll tell you.
Dorian,
No.
how's the stream going for you? Oh. Well, that could be Canada.
It could be. We could
Because
blame
at
Canada.
the
Yeah.
moment, I have 0% drop frames. I've missed only 9 frames due to rendering lag, and that was a long time ago.
Hmm.
I'm going to assume it's
Dorian's
probably
probably
Twitch
just.
servers, or it's just Dorian being Dorian.
Yep. Or it's just Canada. It's Justin Trudeau.
Blame Canada.
Yeah, as I said, there's a whole song about that. Oh no, I dropped my packs. My precious packs.
No, had to deal with family. Miranda was stuck on the road, so I didn't get to see her. One of our trans sisters was being a real bitch, and she's now blocked and banned from my life forever because she's a dumbass. Another former friend from when I played League of Legends all the time and whatnot decided to be a giant, and World of Warcraft, decided to be a giant bitch and prove that they had just been using me for all their own benefits.
Wow, people are shit,
Let's
aren't
see
they?
what other bullshit. Oh yeah, I was still dealing with the wonderful antibiotics and whatnot from that infection that I had. So it was painful to sit, sleep, and pretty much do anything. So it was miserable. It was great.
I'm sorry. I made a pot pie.
That
I made it
is
from
a hell of a lot more fun than what I did.
I made it from scratch too. I made the puff pastry. I made the broth for it. I made
It is fun to do that, I will say.
basically, oh yeah, I made the breadcrumbs. I made the sausage stuffing for the. It was because they were Thanksgiving pot pies, so they had stuffing and bacon
This
and
was the first year
turkey.
Grandma didn't make her famous stuffing. We
Oh,
only had the stupid fucking box crap.
oh,
I was
that
like,
hurt.
no, Grandma, why?
No,
Pull
bring
the
the
fuck
stuffing.
like the homemade shit's the best.
Yeah, that's why I like my pork
And she
stuffing.
doesn't give up that recipe. So she's gonna have to die for me to finally get it. Probably.
The legend will never die.
Oh, I will continue that. I will fucking figure it out. If she doesn't give it to me, I will fucking break that shit down. I will figure it out somehow. I will make hundreds of fucking stuffings until I fucking have that recipe figured out.
It's like
I
yeah,
will
it's
have
like
it
the
figured out
recipe
before
for
I'm dead.
concrete.
It's gonna happen.
It's like the recipe for concrete. Like it got lost to time and then it had to be rediscovered.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what's gonna happen.
All right, I'm gonna start cutting these open then.
All right.
So.
Yes, I will make you big on the screen. Here we go.
So can I talk about something that happened? I think it was today, maybe even yesterday. I'm not sure. It's fairly recent though, and I have insider scoop.
Oh, you're right. That. Yes. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my friend, and person I know in real life, Raging Golden Eagle, was banned from YouTube, and I know why, because I talked to him. I sent him a text and asked how he was, and we had a bit of a laugh, right? I basically asked him if it's because someone did the multicolored hair brigade finally get him. He said he was a bit too naughty for them, and he was like, "Yeah, I think that's what it was," because they told him he was banned for graphic sexual depictions, which I know Raging Golden Eagle's a pervert and all, but I'm pretty sure he didn't show no titties or anything like that. He might show a little bit of cleavage because I have his like blanket thing that I bought from him. It was the cover of Blade Devil. Um, or this could be just they wanted to pick an excuse to get rid of him. But like
That
yeah,
is
they didn't.
possible too.
Yeah, I mean he's been saying it for a long time that he is once he's off YouTube, it will cripple his social media reach, but it won't like completely like kill him. So he's like, yeah, I'll just have to start over again. Whatever. Like there's a few people that just won't follow me to another platform. That's fine. So
Yeah, that does seem to be the thing as of late with a lot of them.
yep. So YouTube's just been absolutely shit lately. So it's like he almost won that bet.
Well,
Like
YouTube also has been having the issue with people going after people with false DMCA's more and more.
that's
And
been a
so
problem.
this is funny. This is really fucking funny. So Ludwig, one of the biggest streamers on fucking Twitch, went to YouTube. And here's the best part about it. In his advertising for his move and everything, he advertised how like he's gonna be able to play music again and everything.
Oh.
His first thing, he accidentally played the Baby Shark song while going through like the 50 most popular YouTube videos or whatever bullshit. He gets a DMCA strike for playing a few seconds of that song.
Oh my god.
So he's banned from streaming for a couple days.
Oh my god.
The irony of that is hilarious.
Oh my god.
Like, I feel bad for Ludwig. I don't really care about him either way. But he's one of those guys where it's just like, this is so dumb. One of the whole reasons you move platforms to make this easier for you, and then you get fucking cucked because of the system's shit.
Well, that does happen. That happens a lot, actually. I didn't even be cynical about it, really. Cool. So it looks like Synchro Storm has high speed roids cards in it, as well as the speed roid cards, as well as the high speed roid cards, which are Synchro monsters. But it looks like it's got some lureless cards in here as well. I'll let you know about the distribution when I get there. So I'm using my special system for getting these all figured out, so I don't have to go through 3 boxes and all that shit.
Hopefully, just get something good this time around.
Oh, like I said, there is a possibility of one of these cards being a ghost rare, but highly unlikely. I don't get invested in it all that much. It's not like I did it in the first go this time. Tension's high, but you never know. You never know at all. It's any man's game. Yep, there's some more. Definitely some more lureless cards. I only have Independent Nightingale. I got it in the collection I bought from Kong Buster.
Oh yeah.
I have not had a chance to organize with him. I've been busy as fuck.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah, Thanksgiving was not restful at all. I was busy. I was super duper busy.
Like, I got a lot of design stuff kind of done, but at the same time, it's like, okay, I got this sent to one artist, got the animation thing going, I got now all planned on how to, get Unreal Tournament stuff going. They're not Unreal Tournament, Unreal Engine stuff going.
Yeah, I just actually bought a.
And that's gonna be fun to do. I might do some learn with Bree how to do animation in Unreal just on stream. Just sit there and be like, hey, let's experiment.
Well, I was gonna say, I got a book on WebGL. So I'm planning on doing something very similar with building up my game engine when I finally get that far. I'm gonna probably do a few tutorials before I actually start showing anything like that, because I haven't used WebGL in fucking forever. But it's nice to have an actual solid book to go through where it covers everything. It covers ray tracing. I think it covers inverse kinematics and things like that. So stuff that's not specifically WebGL, but it shows you how to do them in it. And it does normal maps, which is why I'm interested in it, because I want to use height maps on my tile environments. I'm figuring out some of that stuff, just mentally. But I did make progress this week. I finally got past that that one block I was having. I didn't figure it out till like this morning. I was like, it was so
That bad?
It was one of those things. It was so fucking stupid. What ended up happening was, right,
Happens.
I got a type error. Now the amateur programmer or someone who's not very good at what they do as they're a programmer would have just been like, oh, I can just suppress that warning with a typecast, but that wasn't what it was actually warning you about. It was actually warning you the fact that the typing of the key was incorrect. So when you go to fetch that, it may not get the right return type, and that's what it was telling you about. And so once I realized that, I was like, oh, it's a good thing I actually did sit and redo all this code because it had to be done anyway. Made it a lot more standardized. And basically, it allows me to do like a lot more flexibility stuff of the code. But on top of that, I figured out what the problem was because, well, turns out I'm fucking stupid. It was a one-line fix. It was so fucking dumb. I couldn't figure out why it affected one thing and not another, but I didn't give a shit because the code was written wrong anyway.
Oh, good lord. We have a British guy who's literally just being a giant dipshit going complaining about Americans. Like, good lord, just stop looking at American shit.
Wait, where they at?
Oh, a friend's Discord. He's just on this stupid rant, and I needed to go mute
Does
it.
his fucking opinion is invalid because he's British. This
His,
is come
his
from one that,
opinion is invalid because he's a raging dipshit.
well, that too.
Like,
I'm
there are
just saying,
times where he's, like, claims certain things or certain ways, and it's like, you're just factually wrong. Like, the data's out there. Just go and look at it. It's not that difficult.
it's not his fault he's British, alright? This is like all the stuff I say about Britain comes from the fact that I live there, right? So like I know, alright, I suffered through it with you fuckers. Alright, you can't say like I get told off all the time and naughty finger on fucking on Facebook because I say stuff about British people, not realizing that I live there. I fucking this
Oh,
is
yeah,
like
people
true.
forget that all the time, and it's like,
I get reported for talking
reality.
shit about Britain. I'm like, mate, you can't like tell me no. I've seen it. Like I like I can't just like turn it down, mate. No. Stardust Assault Warrior. I think this was the card that got damaged from the collection I bought because a couple of cards did come in damaged, and I think that was one of them. Of course, that was the limited edition cover card. Like them guys, it was probably worth a little bit more, but whatever.
Oh, I really want to do one thing, but it'd be so fucking reckless. No, look it. We're gonna be smart. We're not gonna do something stupid. I did get a new phone. I do like my Fold 3.
Oh yeah.
The fact that it only cost me $600 instead of the what is it, $1,700? It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Black Friday, at least their sales for that week was at least really useful. Because I'm not buying a smartphone at full price. That is
fuck.
dumb.
Oh hell no! I won't even pay more than $200 for a phone anymore. I've gone through so many
I
fucking
like it because
$1,000 phones. It's
my
ridiculous.
eyes are going, and for reading ebooks, that bigger screen is really nice.
Huh.
Like, I don't play games on my phone, so I don't care about the screen being this like skinnier and taller. It doesn't affect me because I'm just not playing games on it. But when it comes to like ebooks and videos, it's perfect. Or like viewing art stuff, when it's sent to me that way for previews, it's perfect. Does exactly what I need to.
That is so weird. Yeah, what the fuck? This pack only came with 4 cards.
That's a little fucking weird.
I'm sure of it. There are only 3 cards in here. There's at least one of these cards in every single thing. And I've opened 4 packs, but I have... Oh, hang on. No, I'm missing 1 card. This is bullshit, Konami. Fucking cheating me out of 1 card. Like, I'm like autistically counting these fuckers. I may not know exactly how much I count, but I do know when it's off by a count. So, not impressed at all. Especially considering it's the rare card of the pack. That's fucking bullshit. Like, that's... Oh. Fucking Konami, dude. How come this never happens to DZ, dude? I see his fucking things. It never happens to him. This is like the third
Yeah.
time that's happened to me. I'm not happy. Fucking Konami. You watched, that was the Ghost Rare card? And I won't get it, right? It's just like, oh.
I'm still laughing that one friend's first stream last night was canceled last minute because she decided to be real smart and go and get a certain spa procedure that then had her face all completely red. It's like, bitch, you already know this was gonna fucking happen. Why would you do this? And then I
You can't-
remember she's in her 20s. She's an
mm.
idiot.
Oh, yeah, I remember doing a lot of dumb shit in my 20s too.
Like,
And
I am
also
so
now, but
glad
also in
I
my
have
20s.
kind of pulled back from her a little bit. It's like, yes, it's fun that we flirt and whatnot, and it'd be a lot of fun things we could do together. But she's too fucking young. She's in her 20s. It's a giant no-no.
Yep. Huh. Okay, this is weird. These are going to be a pain in the ass to deal with later on. The rare card is actually not always the same position in each of these packs. Normally,
Oh.
normally they're sleeved up a specific. Sorry, sleeved up. They're packed up a specific way. Not this time. That's weird. Hang the fuck on. That's even weirder. All right, hang on. Ah, not every single one of these pack comes with a rare card. I just figured it out. Let me just double check all of these cards. Oh no, okay, I figured it out. Yeah, they don't all come with a rare card. They either come with regular rare, or in this case, it came with a regular rare and also an ultra rare. So that's weird. That's not considered. Whatever, dude. All right. All right. So I'm wrong, but it was still confusing.
You're wrong, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'm wrong in, I guess, a good way. I don't fucking know. That does make getting the rare cards much more of a pain in the ass then. Ah. I didn't want to open up the other packs though, because the other packs were like those 9-pack ones, and I'll be here all fucking night. Oh my god. I made the mistake of opening up one of those last Saturday.
Okay.
And I would talk to Shell almost the entire time she was on the road.
Aww.
Yeah, but she was driving from like halfway across the country. Like for real. Ooh, Unknown Synchron. I played this in Duel Links quite a bit.
Oh, good lord. Creative Cloud. No, I don't need to answer these questions. And no, I don't need you to check my computer to make sure that the Adobe software is legal, even though it will obviously be because I don't fucking pirate software. Stupid idiots.
Neither do I.
There's no reason to anymore. Any of the software I actually want or need, I can actually get or have an alternative version from another company that's actually good.
Yeah, there's a lot of like competition now for things like Photoshop and whatnot.
Yeah, like I don't need to be one of those idiots that fucking pirate shit because it's just dumb.
Oh, I need sleeves. Who needs to pirate shit when you can be a real pirate and wear eye patch and pillage booty? Oh my gosh. Oh, I got a laptop. I got a new laptop.
That's right. You were gonna do that.
I have it. I don't have it now, but I did buy one. It'll be here, and probably by the end of the year.
Woot.
Yep, it's got a 3060 I believe RTX in it.
I hate you.
Well, I need to get something good because like it's
No, that'll last you a good 4 or 5 years though.
That's what I mean. Like I needed to get something good enough to last me a while because my old laptop's gonna get retired.
It's okay. I got a 2070 Super. Mine'll last me another 3-4 years, no problem too. So it's fine.
Don't you hate that you have to plan around that shit?
Well, yes and no. I like planning around it because then I get something that's really good. that I can be comfortable using for a while and not stressing out like back in the 90s where it's like, hey, the new Ultima game's coming out. I need a new motherboard. I need a new CPU. I need a new video card.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, the next one comes out. We got to upgrade the computer again already because of this shit. It's like, no, now games aren't making such massive leaps in technology where we can kind of plan ahead.
I guess
It's
so.
very nice. Because I don't want to have to spend that kind of money every few years.
Oh yeah, I don't want to have to spend the amount of money I spent
I'd
on
rather
this.
spend that money on going on a wonderful trip with a friend.
I'm working on that one.
Or, you know, now that I've, you know, paid off a big amount of my debt, you know, just enjoying that.
I am working on getting my shit together so I can go on a nice trip. Not yet though. I got too much shit to do. Too many cards to sleeve. Too many duels.
Let's see. We're going to do this. This.
Oh god. The very clearly the Lyrillist cards are the waifu cards. I'm seeing it, and they're all underage, so you know, you Super Smash Bros. Players, you stay way over there on Super Smash Bros. Land.
We don't serve your kind here.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's not all of you, but it does seem to be an awful lot of you fuckers. I'm just saying. I need to move these out of the way. I need more real estate because.
Okay, good.
Oh, stay. There we go. This is probably looking like a mess over here.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, I don't give a shit. Alright, let's get through this then. This might be a little bit harder to get all, what was it, 50 cards in this pack? Oh, 29 common cards, 10 rare cards. Oh, what the fuck?
Well,
8
Monday
super rare,
we
9
dropped
ultra
down
rare,
to
1
5
rare.
degrees.
Well, that sucks. What, this upcoming Monday or last Monday?
This upcoming Monday.
Oh, bitch. Well, if you die, right, I get all your stuff. I'm sorry. It's the rules, right? It's pirate's life for me. You are. Wait, no, that's farmers. Never mind.
No, no, but there is one thing I would leave you. You get to be the madam at the memorial brothel
Oh,
of me.
memorial brothel.
The memorial brothel of me.
Or your
The Goddess Bree Memorial Brothel.
God. Well, I could do that and program at the same time. There's no reason why I couldn't. I'm pretty talented. Be in the
Like,
middle of
for
a
real, like,
meeting.
who wouldn't want that badass job?
I mean, I'd be able to make quite a bit of money. Just being the madam.
Ah, you'd make a lot of good money. Alright, we're gonna do this and this.
Come on, Ghost Rare Raw. Wait, no, that's not this one. I don't even know which one is.
Yeah, no, you're not gonna get that kind of nice.
No.
I love the fact that this computer's good enough that I can stream, play Hearthstone, install Adobe Creative Cloud.
Remember, you can only do one of those shits at one time, right?
And literally not lose any frames. At 60 FPS 1080. This is so fucking...
Yeah, I can output to 2 additional monitors.
I am
on my,
fucking spoiled.
Ew.
God bless fucking...
Lyrillist
Computers,
Promenade Thrush. Looks like looks like she's a birdo.
I'm trying to... Ooh. Another harpy.
Yep. Well, I think all of the Lyrillist cards are
Honestly,
birdos.
the harpies were a good concept. Unfortunately, they didn't always look very pretty.
Yeah, I guess these ones are also harpies, but they're different. Well, I guess they're not really harpies because they're different types of bird. Because that one's a warbler. Yeah. I don't know. Ah. Yeah, I'm not seeing any cards that are like super duper duper good. The Speedroids are pretty decent, but they have to be really good in order to support a really shitty archetype, so they're like, you know, whatever. I am picking up a whole bunch of speedroids though.
Oh yes, and I apologize, chat, for the lateness of the stream. It's not my fault, damn it.
I don't give a shit. You know how easygoing I am. Unless you're like, pissing me off, in which case I'm not very easygoing at all. It's just...
They're pretty easy to deal with pretty much any time and every time.
Yeah, like as long, like basically the way you deal with me is you just preemptively don't fuck with me, and then we're all good, and everyone's happy, especially me.
Happy, happy, happy. Do, 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 do,
Yeah.
do.
I think that's a very wise idea. Do you not? Looks like I'm filling this out pretty quickly. I know I have that one already. Ooh.
Alright, I think that's good. I don't know how many people are getting in chat tonight. I know a lot of people seem to be busy this weekend for some stupid ass reason.
That's okay. That is okay with me.
And for some reason, the people who created one Discord won't let me fucking post a stream in there. I blame a certain person who's a dipshit. But
That's me. What, me?
no,
Ah!
you're not a dipshit.
Ah, here we go.
You're a pain in the ass sometimes, but then again, who isn't?
Yeah, no, that's why guys are afraid of me.
Yes, but at least your kind of pain in the ass is at least a fun kind. Oh, good lord, I just lost. Well, we're gonna lose early tonight. Fucking Hearthstone.
Lyrilisk assembled
I survived
Nightingale.
with 1 HP.
Oh, not the
very
independent
nice.
Nightingale, because I already have her. But assembled Nightingale, she's one of the. Because the strong independent Nightingale is a strong independent Nightingale. She don't need no other cards except her entire archetype to support her. Unless you use the Tyrant Neptune. It's alright. It's an inside joke if you actually play Yugioh. The Tyrant Neptune is banned specifically because of that card. So that's what's why it's so fun. I know. It's.
You're still a putz.
I know. I'm fine with that. Oh, that didn't go exactly the right way as I expected. Oh well.
And we're gonna freeze that so we can get another pilot.
Synchron Explorer looks like a. Well, I'm not going to repeat what he looks like on a live stream. It wouldn't be polite. I'll let you draw your own conclusion on what he looks like. I'm just saying.
Why does he look like a cement mixer with like a head and arms attached?
Yes. That is what I was also thinking. I promise you.
Okay, so I have a cleaner mind than you at the moment.
You have a cleaner mind than me most times. I have a dirty, sick,
well,
perverted mind.
okay. The main reason for that is I don't like to always make it obvious I have a dirty mind.
Whereas I have no filter, so we make an odd couple.
I will fucking self-censor myself to avoid just people looking at me and going, what the fuck is wrong with her?
Throw me under the bus, I say hi, you bitch.
I don't care if people look at you and be like, what the fuck's wrong with her? But I have to do business in my area, especially, and I can't fucking do stupid shit.
Okay, I thought this said Lyrilisk rectal stalling. It says recital stalling? But I made sure I confirmed it before I was like, oh yeah, that's funny. LOL. Okay, I'm running out of fucking room here. I need a bigger desk for this shit, I swear. Excuse me. Yeah, I went shopping. I got new knives. I got really good new knives. Yeah, I got some $500 knives for like nothing.
Damn, girl.
Yeah, I got like 60% off, and then I bought an extra couple of knives because it wasn't a full set. It was just the five basic knives you will need. Hey, Quillbolt Hedgehog. I know you. I've used you in Duel Links. How are you, old friend? It's good to see you. He's a good card. Well, he's not a great card, but he's a decent card.
We'll do another round of this.
His effect, he's a level 2 machine effect monster with 800 attack and 800 defense. So he's not a target for machine duplication. And his effect is, if this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card, but you banish it when it leaves the field. You must control a tuner to activate and resolve this effect. So he's very good for synchro summoning. Like, level, what, like up to 6 monsters? But yeah, I used him quite a bit. He's very handy to get 2 monsters on the field. Ooh, Noble Knight Joan. She is based upon Joan of Arc. Ah. Okay, there we go. That's my first one duped out. That is Maritime, the True Draco Phoenix. I don't know where to put it because I'm running out of room. Oh, I have that one here. I'm being dumb. Ha! I'm not duping correctly.
You know what? I've already done North Storm. We'll do the fucking little Murloc dude. Why? Why not?
There we go. Speed right wheel. Oh, it looks like roulette. Noble Knight Joan, you bitch.
Just because it's fucking Murlocs. We have to do the little Murloc sounds.
Alright. Long day. Oh my god, it's been a long day. I woke up extra early today, and I worked out like super fucking hard. Well, for me, I'm tiny, alright? I don't usually work out. I'm not a very active person. But I try to be. I really do. I really try to be. I go for walks, I do the power walking thing. I like, I do lifts as well. So I did 70 bench presses with just a weighted bar, just a 5 pound weighted bar. So not very much. It's all about the reps for me, rather than the weight, because I have shoulder issues. So I'm trying to build up my strength so I can, do more heavier weight. And so I did 70 of those, 2 sets of those, and then I did 70 curls, and I did 10 girly push-ups. Girly push-ups, which is the most I've ever been able to do since I transitioned. Because of my shoulder, but also the titties don't help either. Yeah, I try not to push it, because the whole point of doing exercises like that is to exercise the muscles, over my teddy, to make sure they actually get a good workout.
Well, yeah, you want things to settle still well. You don't want them to, keep up the nice strength to kind of help with it.
Yeah, and
There's just a lot of benefits in general.
yeah, and I just want to
I
make
look
sure.
at what my friend Tara does for her workout and stuff. It's like, well, yeah, no, she's had fake tits for longer than I've known her, and
Yeah, I don't want to like build strength so much as like building a lot of muscle, as building like tone and whatnot. That's what they
yep,
said.
that's all she does.
Yep. So that's why I don't use a lot of weight. At most I'll probably end up having a 50-pound bar, and that's at very most. And that I have to build up to that. I can't even lift that right now if I want to work out with it. I mean, but yeah, no, I'm definitely getting stronger for sure. It's just taking its sweet time. But considering I've only been starting to do this since September, and I can only start with like 5 of each exercise, I'm not doing too bad. I managed to do both sets of my shoulder exercises at the same time, which is basically I do them like with horizontal hands, and I do vertical, and that exercises different muscles. So normally I can't do them both at the same time. I managed to do them both in the same set. So both sets is part of one exercise, and I was very proud of myself for that one. So like it's definitely paying off, and it's helping me cut down on caffeine because I do this in the morning when I wake up. I did 50 squats, which hurt like fuck.
I believe it.
Yeah, I did 50 squats and 50 leg lifts on both sides. That fucking hurt. That hurts so much. I'm still hurting from that. But it's a good kind of hurting, you know. So yeah, bro, I do lift. Thank you for noticing.
Oh, good lord, Adobe's being a giant dick.
I like me some
Connect to the
giant.
internet if you want to deactivate your CS5 install. Bitch, what do you think I'm doing? I'm streaming you fucking. Of course I'm on the internet. Stupid. I think they just took down the servers. I think that's where the problem lies. Fine.
I did hear them. I did hear them say something about that. Isn't it nice when they prevent you from using software that you actually fucking paid for? Isn't that great? Isn't that fucking wonderful? They basically rob you for legitimately paying. You might as well have pirated it at that point, right? Then just whatever. I'm just saying, right? I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying you might as well have done. Just to clear that up, right? I legitimately paid for my CS suite.
Oh yeah, I did too. I actually bought it through work. It was great.
Yeah, and it super pisses me off. One day there's gonna be like, no.
Yeah, we're not gonna care about you. We're just gonna treat you like shit. It's like, gee, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for that money that one time, but now we want more money. It's like, no, fuck you. I'll just go look for some cheaper, freer software. You fucking, you know, you pick a colorful word from the 4-letter words that are not supposed to be said on Twitch, and I'll let you know. You paint a picture with those colors, all right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I think it's more scary when I'm trying to be pleasant. Because you know it's fake. Right?
Yeah, I would agree completely.
Yeah.
It is a little wackadoodle where it's just like, yeah, no.
Yeah, it's like eerie because I try so hard, and you can just see me just not having a good time. But I'm not playing in my sandbox right now.
There we go. Now I can close Chrome because I put the tab back for stream info. So now I don't have to actually fucking have Google Chrome open, which means I get more resources back. Yay!
Oh yeah, because Google Chrome's gonna fucking take them all. It's yeah, it
just sucks it right up like a fucking
just like cum, right? Like for real, like
yeah,
basically.
basically.
Yeah. God. Just lay that resource cum down, and Google will just fucking slurp it all up.
If you control another Murloc, discover another Murloc. Sweet. Yes, please.
So, one of my friends moved back into town, and we hung out yesterday. It was so good to see
Right,
her.
you were talking about that being a thing.
I know, it was so good. She lost so much weight. She looks so cute. She got a girlfriend the very first fucking day she got to town. That bitch. Right after I said how horrible it is to date here in Denver, she's like, yeah, I got a girlfriend the second I got here. I was like, you bitch. Like, of course she did, because she's cute,
I still
right?
love the fact that me being fat somehow gets more action than some people. It's like, how the hell?
Hey, man. That fucking Amberlynn Reed bitch is getting more than me, alright? And, like, you said that bitch.
God. Yes, it makes no sense. And she's not, like, likable like I am. She's insufferable.
See, I'm insufferable, but I have giant boobs. And so, you know,
boobs
suffer,
aren't
basically.
everything.
Well, my boobs are everything. My boobs got rated the best boobs that have been sent to a Megon. So, yeah, my boobies are sacred.
like his opinion matters on that.
Well, no, he's like seen a pair of boobs before, so they're like the
Oh my
second pair of
god,
boobs he's
he's a
ever been.
freaking virgin. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, he is so like a virgin. That explains why all these girls, like, they send him fucking like fan. Well, I wouldn't say fan art so much as fan, like, basically,
The hentai.
yeah, pretty much.
Tentacles! Oh, the tentacles!
I am gonna be trying to do more sandwich wench videos because I was like, hey yo,
Has he even had one for a while?
no, he hasn't had one in fucking ages, and I asked him if he was okay with it, and he's like, yeah. I don't know why he stopped doing them. I honestly think that just people wouldn't do them for him because, like, it takes a lot of effort. But me, I actually cook, so I told him, I was like, bro, I got this kitchen and all this and these sweet knives and shit. When I get my new equipment set up and all that good stuff, I'll record you a video of me making a sandwich. He's like, oh, original sandwich. When she's like, you got to make a booby sandwich. I was like, I'll do like Chimera where she took the bread, she pressed the boobies into it. That was fucking awesome. I love Chimera. Oh my god. If you don't know who Chimera is, she is a very tall, very big-breasted Mexican trans girl that we know, who's beautiful as fuck, and she is also skilled with the blade, like Ben Shapiro. Uh,
Very goofy.
yeah, she's basically like has all the sword wielding abilities of Ben Shapiro with all the breastular powers of his sister, right? Plus, also she's Mexican, and she's really smart. But yeah, she's awesome. She's wonderful. She helped me with my titties and whatnot because yeah. Although her philosophy on not wearing a bra, while I do agree with it, I don't live that life.
One
I
Australian friend of mine is big on that.
A lot of people are big on not wearing bras. Let me
And I'm
just.
just like, I understand why. But there's a time and a place for it. Like, there are times where I look at Casey, I'm like, girl, no, you really should be wearing a bra with it.
Oh yeah, no, well, you've seen it when it gets cold in my place, and like yeah, like let's just say I could cut glass very easily.
Yeah,
Um, yeah,
that's what I mean. It's
and
like,
that
Casey,
and
like,
that's with
fucking put one on.
wearing a bra and like shirts and shit. So it's like, yeah, it can get real bad. It can get super duper bad. So yeah, I occasionally go without a bra. I'll do like a day of it. But that's only like once a month. It hurts. Like if I don't wear a bra, they gravity kicks in. It's like, oh yeah, that's right. All that mass, right? I'm getting attracted to the planet more. The planet wants to touch my boobies.
Bubbles.
I know. I don't blame it, but
Bubbles.
it never asked for consent. All right, so the planet is like non-consensually having its way with me. That's why I have to wear a bra.
Well, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Amen. It's a scary world out there. All right. All right. Looks like I'm clearing some of these out now.
Dorian,
Cool.
how's your week been? Because you haven't said a damn word.
I know he's been busy.
Or has he already skedoodled on us?
He may have skadoodled. He's a fuck me. He's a skadoodler, alright. Fuck me.
I like that word, skedoodle. It's a fun
God.
word.
Oh, can I talk about something that's completely unrelated about skadoodling or Dorian or anything else that we've talked about so far? Can I actually give a movie recommendation?
Of course you can. Do you
Okay.
need to ask?
Okay. Cool. Now, there's two movies. I wish I could remember the name of the other one. I'll describe one of them, and you can go look it up for me. And the other one, I'll just tell you the name. The one with the name I'm gonna name right now is called Officer Down. It's about.
Why is it so?
Remember when movies were fun? All right. Remember when movies had like they just didn't give a shit and they would hold your
That
hand
one
and fucking
sounds
preach
familiar
to you.
too.
Yeah, I don't. I saw that last night, and it was fucking awesome. It was so much fun. It basically, I don't know if it's based upon a comic. I think it is, or it's like a graphic novel or something like that, because it has a lot of that style. But effectively, it's about a zombie cop who basically he just gets revived. He's effectively zombie RoboCop. Um, if RoboCop was brought to life through telekinetic necromancy. And it's so much fun.
I mean, that
It's
would be fun.
I mean, all right. So they don't. it's one of those movies where they don't they basically give
say.
you this premise and they roll with it and they do treat it like totally serious, right? And yeah, it's fucking great. I'm just gonna, for those who are not sold on this idea, there is an orgasm counter in the fucking movie, and
Okay,
they
yep. Now I remember the movie. Yep, yep.
yeah,
That's
okay.
why I remember it because of that.
I'm just saying, man. I need that girl looked like she was having a good time, and I feel you, girl. You enjoy that zombified orgasm, I guess. Whatever. I ain't even hating. I'm just jelly. But seriously, I had so much fun watching that movie. Highly recommend. It's been so long since I recommended a movie that a movie that was like that, where I was just like, okay, it's just a fun movie that's not preaching at me or trying to fucking like punch me in the face with some stupid bullshit. It's just a fun movie about a zombie cop. And Mother Superior was fucking
Speaking of movies, the Dune movie finally came out for people to purchase. I'm not quite sold as to whether or not I'm actually going to buy it or not.
eh.
See, I still think the sci-fi version, the sci-fi network version, did a better job with exposition and storytelling. But the cinematography in the second one is so good. And things like the voice and certain other aspects in the movie, I'm trying to avoid any of the spoilers type stuff for those of you in chat, is better in the newest one. So it's one of those where it's like, can we take the two movies and just kind of like squish them together and then we get the perfect one?
Like my titties. You knew that was coming.
Yes.
Huh? Am I out again?
I did know it was coming.
Ooh.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it looks like I'm out of sleeves again. All right. Unless, are these the full size sleeves? I think they're the full size ones. I need those for when I get a ghost rare or something to double sleeve it. Looks like I'm cleared out about half of these so far. I love these textured backs. They feel so good. Like it makes it easier to hold them because I have very smooth skin, so they just slip right out of my fingers. Although that is a benefit in one particular very specific situation. So this year, me and my friend, who I'm not, who, I don't know if I mentioned her name last time, but I want to mention it this time. Even though I probably mentioned it last time, whatever. But I just don't remember if I did or not. So just be cautious, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend, we are gonna do it. Since there's no family, right, and I don't have to cook for a whole bunch of people, and it was just gonna be me, and now it's me and her. I asked her if she's gonna come over, and we'll do Christmas dinner together, and we'll make it together.
Nice. I
Yeah, and
always
I'll
like
teach
doing
her.
it that way. That's always, I think, more fun.
Yeah, so I was like, all right. Well, I basically told her the outline. I was like, a few days before, we'll go to the store, we'll get all the stuff, and then we'll just leave it to you know sit in the fridge for a couple of days. The night before Christmas, on Christmas Eve, we'll basically have a slumber party, and by slumber party I mean like totally just bitch slap all of the cooking and pre-prep all that shit, right? And then the next day, all we will have to do is get up early, make breakfast, make pastry, and leave it just sit all day in the fridge.
Nom nom
Because
nom
then,
nom 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 nom.
yeah, the pastry basically has to proof for a while because I think that's what it's called, proving or whatever. I'm not a baker. I don't know the terms. I'm a faker. Um, but basically, yeah, I have to basically leave it there for a while to just settle and whatnot, and then we wait until just after we finished putting everything in, and then we make mince pies. There, because I'm doing a traditional English Christmas. So I've got Christmas
Yay.
crackers. I've got Quality Street chocolates I imported. Um, hoping they get there on time, not like last year didn't, where my Christmas shit didn't arrive till like March. I was not happy. I was so fucking pissed. Apparently, customs just held on to it. They're like, yeah, dude. They're like, yeah, dude. What Christmas shit are you talking about? Ah, there we go. Sorry. Ah, I had an itch on the middle of my forehead, and I want to touch it with my hands, because I touch my cards with my hands. But yeah, that's what I plan on doing. I'm hoping it all goes well. I think we're doing roast beef. She said she wanted to do beef, and I was like, that means I have.
Interesting.
Yeah, it
It's
is traditionally
typically
British.
not what I would go with for Christmas, but then again, I'm
Well, that lets us do Yorkshire puddings though, and
true.
yeah, and then we can do French gravy. Basically just onion gravy with red wine in it. There's some people that legitimately get mad about that. They're like, "Oh my god, this, you're such, your gravy's too good for me. It's so rich and whatnot." It's like I just added wine to deglaze the onions. You fuck nut. Like it's called flavor. Get used to it, Brits. Fuck me. But yeah, no, roast beef's fine. Because it's not like Thanksgiving where ham is typically appropriate.
Yeah, true.
So, like, yeah, you can have ham at Christmas. I'm not saying you can't, right? Usually some kind of fowl is more traditional, but no, I've had roast beef at Christmas before as well.
I'm
It's
so
not as
used to ham
mm-mm.
or honestly turkey. We tend to actually do turkey again, like kind of back to back.
See, I've got enough pot pie turkey mix to where I don't want to have to do that again.
Well, the odds are though, like we typically always got too big of a turkey, so it was just kind of like, you know what, let's just
Excuse me. Oh.
freeze it, and a month later we'll just, it's still good. So why not?
hmm Yeah, pretty much. Like either that or you can actually just make turkey broth for it.
Yep.
I had to make chicken broth this year on because making turkey broth, unless you buy an entire turkey, really isn't worth it. Because
It's
like
also
when are you
super
gonna,
cheap to get.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
But homemade chicken broth is something I always need on hand. Like it had been so long since I actually made it. Like I, it was
I
bad.
have a big plastic container of just duck broth sitting in the
Oh god,
freezer.
I made that. Oh god, I made that last year from the
I
remnants
would
of
keep using it for chicken soup every so often.
yeah, that's what I would do with it. I made duck and
Well,
turkey soup. It was fucking good. It was so
well, yeah, it's
fucking
not always
cheap.
chicken with the soup, but you get the idea.
Yeah, like I basically pressure cooked a turkey whole turkey leg in duck broth, like a lot of duck broth, and I pressure cooked it for like 8 hours. So the entire thing was edible. I ate through the bone. The bone was like nothing. It was completely brittle. So you could just it basically had the texture of like one of those soft mints. You could just basically pulverize it with your tongue. It was so weird, but it had a really good flavor actually. The bone got like this really like nutty flavor. It was really good. So I know I'm weird. I'm like, oh my god, you eat bones first? And I was like, yeah. After I pressure cooked them for like 8 hours under under extreme
Yeah.
pressure.
Oh, I thought of another reason why getting Creative Cloud was good. I can't get the newest version of Camera Raw to work with the old version of Photoshop that I own.
They probably did that on purpose. Those bastards.
So my really nice Nikon camera, I can't
Oh
use
yeah.
my old Photoshop with. I'd have to like convert it into that one of those not as nice universal formats, which I just don't want to deal with.
Ah. Yeah, I learned about those when I was doing my graphic design
Those are
courses.
just not as nice. Like full
Mm-mm.
normal camera raw is so nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, no. That was whenever the guy who did my digital photography class with me. He was basically like, yeah, bro, just make sure you get the this raw because then the other formats while they are raw data, they also have their own color spaces and shit, and it's just not as portable.
But the nice part is I can actually putz with Premiere and get the new After Effects.
Fuck did they put that guy? Oh, there he is.
I can dabble with all sorts of fun shit. You can even work with their Substance 3D, whatchamacallit. Try to work on some stuff to work with Unreal Engine. So
You're all up on Unreal Engine right lately.
I never realized how far Unreal Engine had come in. Good lord, now it's been 2 versions. Now that we're at 5,
Mm-hmm.
like it has changed so much from like the early days of 3. Like a lot. Because I used to make mods and skins and models and scenes and all and custom maps and custom effects and everything for Unreal Tournament. And it was great. It was fun. And then I kind of got away from it. And then now I'm kind of like, damn. I'm kind of sad that I, missed out.
That's God. No, I've had an interest in rendering technology for some time, but you know my interest is specifically tied to my job. Well, it's not just my engine; it's work. Yeah. It just
But for me,
it
I
just
just kind of I miss making that shit
hey no, do it.
because it was relaxing. And there are times where I just don't want to sit and play games because
God, that's a lot of times for me actually. I'd rather be doing like the card thing right now than playing fucking Kingdom Hearts. Although, not that Kingdom Hearts 3
I
is a
got
bad game.
Xenoblade Chronicles on my Switch, and I really want to be playing that, but at the same time, I kind of am in no mode to play it.
Yeah, I can't like getting into
It's
games
the
actually
weirdest
requires
fucking
you to
mood.
sit there and get into them lately. You never notice that? Like
Oh yeah, like
I
I now have Horizon Zero Dawn, and I really want to play that game myself and finally go through that. I just can't bring myself to. I haven't even finished Evil Genius 2 yet, despite the fact that it's fucking Evil Genius 2.
see. I want to get through some of my Steam collection when I get a new laptop because I got I've
We
incorrectly
can
said
do
I
some
had
games and stream that finally
yeah. I
together.
probably not all the time, you know that, but like
No, but every once in a while, like once a month, we can do a little something.
oh hell yeah, no. Because my thing about my thing about Steam, for those who don't know, is I don't like people knowing my Steam account because people send me free shit all the time, and I'm so busy. Like I appreciate you guys sending me free shit, right? But I also feel really guilty because I know you send me free shit so you can play with me. And the problem is I usually am just so busy. I work a lot. Um, like
Yeah,
here's the thing.
we're
I
workaholics. It's not good.
yeah, I'm very much a workaholic. I had to take time out of my work schedule this week to see my friend who I hadn't seen in fucking years. And it's just because, and that's like both of those things are important to me.
Oh,
The work I do to get my IT certification so I can move up is really important, but seeing my friend is more important, you know. But normally if she wasn't around, it would just be the same thing week in week out, just work work work. I do not date. I don't date because I have no life outside of work. Um, but then
it's not
again, like my
healthy.
job, it's not healthy. Yeah, but like it, I'm trying to get out of a really like bad situation. I've been trying to get that out of there for some time, and I'm finally at the arse end of that, to where I can actually start making plans with my life. And um, I have a lot of plans, but I don't have a lot of time because I want to just get that one little leg up, just that one little extra leg up, so it's not as hard to get, over the next mountain, right? You know, I want to get some momentum before I start rolling downhill again. That way I
No,
can add to
no,
momentum.
I feel ya.
Yeah, I invest too much of my time in things to let them fail, and the reason I'm so busy is basically just putting. I'm gardening. I'm cultivating all my little seeds, right, and all that good stuff, and now I'm reaping benefits for that. So now I got to replant my garden, right? That's the way I see it. So so basically, yeah, I'm just always busy, guys. Always. So please, I don't like I'll give my thing to Bree, but I don't like giving it to other people just because I know there's an expectation that comes with it. It's the same reason I don't like accepting money or gifts from people, of other kinds. It's just because I feel guilty that I don't have something to offer you in return. Um, I don't know. I've accepted gifts from people in the past before, like I did with that mustard, but that was different. I known that guy. Like he was one of my first subscribers. He had been following me literally since the beginning. So yeah, I agreed to it just because I know he'd been there and I know he knows how I feel about it. But like, yeah, I've had people send me expensive games, and I'm just like, can you not? Like, I really don't want you to. I can buy my own games, guys. I really can.
Or
It,
can you?
yeah. Well, I incorrectly said I had the God Hand series in a previous stream. I was incorrect. It was a different
Different one?
it was a different one. It was God Eater. I have all those on Steam, I believe. Maybe not the third one because I think it just came out when I bought them all. But I would love to get through them. I bought them specifically so I could actually like enjoy them. But no, Jay's too busy doing Jay shit, shouting at people, and generally being a
Like,
nightmare in other people's
been
story.
juggling, like, I'm always seemingly juggling a million things. Like, I can get sick, be in the hospital, and I'm still juggling a million different fucking things.
Yeah, I don't know how everyone else managed to find their hobbies over fucking COVID. Because like
Oh my god, why
me,
is this dipshit fucking.
I don't have time for that shit. Like, although I did make myself some jewelry. I made some really. You saw that really
Yeah!
long bracelet that is like it's like a $400 bracelet I made because it's got gold fittings and everything. It's really nice.
I
Um,
just gotta get into the habit of not being so damn stupid about wasting my time. Trying to juggle a million things and just shortchanging myself on, like, healing and other stuff. Thankfully, I've always been very good at prioritizing friendships, so it's like it isn't a problem ever spending time with people. It's just my own health that ends up suffering.
I've been trying to get better about all that shit. I really have been. It's just, uh, it's given how much I have to invest in myself, right? It's really hard to then find time for other people. Like I'm having to make time to like go out and basically introduce myself to people so I can maybe start dating because I've been so focused on work, right? Ever since my husband's shit, right? That really haven't had time to really sit down and think about that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I dated that one bitch, but like I wasn't like
That's a whole special
that's
situation.
that's a special situation. Yeah, I was gonna say like that doesn't really count. Like so, yeah, like
Does
yeah, that was a nightmare. All right, well, there was good parts of it, but like it was mostly, you know, not good for either of us. I think in retrospect. Oh, well, I learned a lot from the experience, though. I think I'm a better person
Honestly,
for it.
I think that's the biggest thing that you and I can say is, despite all of what bad habits we do have that in some ways are very good at the same time, we've had more life experience than most people.
I have said many times that people would have to live 1,000 lifetimes to be able to catch up to me at this point.
I mean,
I'm
you've
not even
heard,
joking.
like, not even. You've maybe heard a quarter of my stories, maybe a third almost. And those are just the good stories. Those aren't like the bad stories of really stupid shit
See,
and stuff.
I've told mostly bad stories because that's all I have. I have very, very few good stories.
I've shared some of the bad stories with you, but I leave a lot of some of them out because it's just like,
Well, most of the ones where I'm like, yeah, that was a good story are like the most horrible ones, where I look at them differently now than where I was at when I was there, right? And so, like, for me, it's just like, oh yeah, this is an amusing anecdote, right? And everyone's like, that is an absolute fucking nightmare, Jay. Could you never speak again? Could you absolutely never share details of your personal life?
All right, I gotta check one thing here, and I gotta see here.
Oh.
What the hell? So I made a poll. I asked people, okay, it's finally Christmas time. I have to ask. Am I on your naughty list or am I on your nice list? And for some reason, someone actually voted nice. What the fuck?
Well, it wasn't me. I'll tell you that right now. All right.
Who the fuck voted that?
I'm on Santa's naughty list, so he's gonna have to try and make me nice.
Honestly, whoever voted nice, you're fired from life. Like, we will shoot you into the sun.
That is a sudden shootable offense right there.
There's only one answer. Like, okay, one of the girls was like, made a joke one of like, okay, you need, to fucking, have the option of both. And it's like, okay, that's cute and all, but no, there can only be one answer for this. For kind of obvious reasons. Oh yeah, and I haven't even incorporated any of the new new art yet that you probably saw on Instagram yet.
I actually have not seen it on Instagram. I've been
Here,
very
let me put
absent
this in
from
stream chat for us. In our stream chat. We have 3 different versions of this that we can use.
You know I can't touch the thing. I'm doing my.
In Discord. Yes, I know, but I'm just going to put them in there for you to see later.
I'm getting through this now.
Still no big winners yet?
No. I got a couple of ultra rares, but that's really it. I don't think there's any secret rares in this one. I think it is just all the rarities and then 1 ghost rare. And I believe the ghost rares are like 1 per palette. That's why I freaked out last time when I got one, because it was like, oh my god. Like
I
I was
literally
not
just went,
expecting.
oh my god, right now, because I literally have a ridiculous amount of fucking things I just pulled in here that I can fucking use. Alright. You know what? We're going to do it this way.
Alright, RNG gods, you
The RNG gods have decided to bless me with some amazing fucking RNG.
Well then.
Oh my god. I literally have like an entire board of like perfection right now. And I need to have no monies. I have no monies. It's like, god damn it. I will say though that the story writing content and stuff has been going very well. The last one I did was my first fictional one finally ever that I actually put out there. And that got some pretty amazing reactions from some people. I was rather surprised. I've already had one person now claiming I need to take all these story time posts, these stories, and just make a collection. And it's like, you know, it's not a bad idea necessarily.
Get you one of those ebooks going on. Johnny Fox did it. Johnny Fox is like barely literate, alright? So I'm just saying, if he can write a book, dude, anyone can. For those who don't know who I'm talking about, well, I can't really talk that much shit about Johnny Fox. He did introduce me to my ex-husband, but
No, you can still talk shit.
yeah, no, we lovingly talk shit about Johnny Fox because he is our friend for some reason.
You know, if we could ever explain it, we fucking would.
Well, I think we all care very deeply about him. It's just that he's a raging spastic, and he doesn't know when to like peel away. Johnny's problem is he never figured out the game, right? And we figured it out. Like that's why we don't like do the whole like oh my like that's why we decided not to go all big and bold with it. We just to kind of chill out, right? But Johnny kept chasing trying to jump for that brass ring, chasing the dragon, always chasing that next high, and I'm just like, bro, it really was like a drug addiction with him. I hope he's okay. At least that's the way I see it, because he would just keep coming back and it just whittled him away. I swear. He was an actual insightful dude at one point. I promise you.
You say that, but somehow I just can't bring myself to fucking.
Hey, all right, no, at one point, all right. I'm not saying it was like very long lived, all right. He's just at one point he was a very insightful guy.
At one infinitesimal moment in time.
Yeah, for like a brief spark of time, he was actually an intelligent person.
All right, see, we're gonna put this up on the screen. This is one of the versions, chat. I don't think it's cute, but
Oh, fucking A. It's getting late here. And by late, I mean 8:30. I'm getting old. No, I had a lot of late nights followed by a lot of early mornings. Oh, that's a deadly combination. It sneaks up on you.
oh yeah, no, it's crazy.
Okay, looks like we're actually. I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards out of the regular set before I've got a full play set of all of them.
All right.
So this should start moving along much more quickly now. Because I only have to sleeve whichever ones I don't have 3 of. So that just pulled speed recovery. And another rush warrior, nice.
Sometime I need to get another thing removed from my arm. I think I have another one that's come back and is now pinching the nerve in one spot again.
Oh gosh, I hate that. I've had some unknown skin fucking bullshit like on my foot. It's fine, it's benign, right? Whatever. But it's finally going away all by itself. Just as mysteriously as it showed up. It's like fucking some kind of like anime supervillain. It's like, well, bye now. That's actually one thing that I have been improving upon the whole pandemic is my self care and my foot care, in particular, because there's a lot like because I'm so stressed out from work, that is one of the places that stress tends to build up, and so I massage my feet a lot to not fucking lose my shit on a regular basis. But Frozen, you still lose your shit. Imagine how much more I'd be losing my shit, right? If I wasn't massaging my feet to calm my ass down, alright? Yes, you're welcome. It looks like I'll be soon dumping entire packs into the all my spares here. I'm just being very careful in case there are higher rarities. Yeah, see this that one. Oh, and my third copy of that guy as well.
Alright, we're gonna be smart and do this. We're gonna just save this entire fucking group of ones, and then we're just gonna wait. And do what we like to call the plan of let's not be a dumbass.
Oh man, I'm still on that plan all the time.
Oh, I sometimes fail at it. I let my heart be influenced by a cute girl or.
Yeah, I know that feel. But then she goes to sell feet pictures. Yeah, I know how that feels. I'm glad I got a sense of humor about it now, right? I did not have a sense of humor about it when that went down. All right, let me tell you.
Well, or listen to someone who's like, "No, I want to be friends," and they prove to be a bunch of dicks.
Yeah. When you say let's just be friends, that means you have to actually act like a friend, right?
Yeah, it's like this one other Bree girl. It's like, I want to be your friend. Let's hang out. Let's do all this other stuff, and then just completely disappears, and then never actually respawns ever again. And it's like, well,
well then.
I take it back. She did respawn once in like
Oh.
4 months, but still.
Aha. I have another Speedroid car turbo.
Like, I know she's busy with work shit, but come on.
Even I
With
try to
how
make
much
time.
time that you spend on a fucking plane and other shit, it's like, no, you don't have time to actually even communicate a little bit. Come on.
God. See, I actually like being on planes because it's one of the few times I get to relax. For everyone else, it's hyper stressful, and I'm just sitting there like, man, if this plane
It's a
crashes, I'll
chance
die,
to
and I
just,
don't have to go to work tomorrow.
yeah, exactly. It's like, this is a chance for me to just sit and relax,
Yeah,
catch up on a couple things, and then life's fine.
yeah. Planes are one of the few places I can sleep sitting up because I know for a fact I'm not doing anything, and so because of that, my brain's just like, oh well, you're not doing shit, and it just like yeah, conk out. I have to actively do stuff on a plane, otherwise I'll pass out. Because, yeah,
I'm okay passing out. Like shit,
yeah,
the next time I go down to Tennessee, if I take a plane flight, it's only like an hour-long flight. It's like, I'm okay taking a nap.
yeah. It's a good fucking nap.
Hour long, that's a nice fucking power nap.
Yeah, that's good shit. I like it. That'll rebuild your energy reserves for the whole day.
I mean, I could drive the 8.5, 9 hours if I really wanted to again, but
That's stressful as fuck, bitch.
I don't know. It wasn't all that bad.
Yeah, alright. If you say so.
I just pop on some tunes or show in the background that you just listen to. And
See, I'm not that kind of driver. I don't like listening to. I don't like listening to things I have to actively listen to because I actively drive.
well, I always
I'm
put it. It has to be like a show that I've already like seen before, not one
uh,
that I haven't.
yeah. If it's not like I can't do like the whole
Like
audiobook thing. I know some people listen to audiobooks when they drive. I can't do it.
I'll put
It's
on
way
like
too.
Code Monkeys because I've seen Code Monkeys enough time or Mash where it's like I have it fucking
That's my shit.
memorized. So it's like I have something I can hear and it's whatnot. And it's keeping me awake and whatnot. But at the same time, it's also I'm not really hearing it because I know it. Or like Miranda called me and then I fucking talked to her for like 3 hours while I'm driving. Because she's, I mean, good grief, she's a trucker. Of course she's going to be fucking bored.
This is one of the ultra res.
Ooh, pretty.
Yep,
Look at that
Literalisk
chat. Look at that chat.
Blue Robin.
That's weird. Ugh, big yawn.
Yeah, I know. It's the end of
We're
the
exhausted.
our
It's
week.
the end of the week.
I'm still exhausted from last fucking week. Like it was the only
Okay,
reason I could do lifts today is because my shoulders finally relaxed yesterday.
I'm going to say this. The holiday season is fucking exhausting.
Hmm. Yeah, I even though it cost me a lot of money, I took Black Friday off specifically so I could get my shopping out of the way because I knew on Black Friday I planned for this year. I specifically had a whole bunch of shit I wanted to buy, and I bought it all. Um, so I was like, well, if I'm not going to be able to get that done and go to work, and there's no one at work anyway today. They explicitly said like, if there's no one there, so you won't get any support even if you are here. You can work, but you don't have to. I was like, fine. Even though I could have earned the money, it was more important for me to get rest because cooking on for Thanksgiving started 4 o'clock the day before Thanksgiving for me, and I had to sleep on the couch, waking up periodically to go stir the broth to make sure the bones fall apart.
So,
Because I made chicken bones the way I make beef broth. Sorry, chicken broth the way I make beef broth.
oh yeah,
Uh, yeah, I decided to do that this time, and it ended up being
it's the only way to
way.
do it. So you'll
It's
enjoy this. In one of the discords, and I just got pinged because someone tagged me. Guys like women suck, and it's like, what the
I,
fuck's going on here? Because they're complaining about women and something one friend said in one of her recent videos. This isn't her Discord. So my reply, of course, the guy who's saying that women suck is, I say only every Friday and Saturday after 11 p.m.
ooh,
And they don't get the fucking joke. They're now fucking confused. Like, only then? I don't get it. Like,
This is
how
the
do
most
you not?
adorable card.
Why does it look like one of those reaching arm type thingies?
Because he is one of those reaching to arm type thingies. He's a speedroid, so he's a machine. They're all based upon some type of device. But yeah, carry on. I'm sorry, he was just adorable. I had to show him. He's so cute. Now, all right.
Yeah, how do people not get that joke though? Of so and so sucks, and then one of the people that's either part of said group or is that set or even a said person goes only this time, and it's like, do you not understand the joke?
Well, either they didn't understand the joke because they're stupid, or they just their balls have not been fucking emptied in some time, and they're really, really, really wound up. And I
Poor
can help with that.
bastards.
I can help with that. Trust me. It will make you gay, I promise.
Oh, I had one girl who was all confused because she's just like, okay, are you contacting me because you're a fellow content creator or because you're interested in me? And I'm just like, why are you confused? Like, you asked me questions about this stuff. I gave you flirting. Like, it should be pretty obvious what I want here.
So tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
And she didn't get it. It's like, ah.
I'm just gonna start sending people Spice Girls songs
I'm
in
just,
response to them being stupid.
I swear, I sometimes look at people and I just go, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Only sometimes. That's like most of the day for me, I swear.
Okay, it's almost everybody I deal with is I look at you and it's just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? But still.
Oh, these fucking plastic seals are like goddamn Kevlar, I swear.
They're that bad, huh?
It took. Did you not see me struggling with that for like a good fucking 5 minutes?
I'm still laughing, yes.
Okay, fair enough. I know, I'm cringe. I own it.
No. You?
Hey, fuck you, bitch.
Okay, where, when, how, and where do I send the invoice?
Yeah. Oh, I'm not paying for it. I'm not paying for it. I get paid, bitch.
No, but I'll still cut an invoice. You just will have a heavy discount of it being written off, but
Oh,
I still have to process it with an invoice.
fair enough. Cool. Come on, dude. There. Fucking hate when this happens. When the corners get stuck inside the pack. Oh shit. I did not mean to drop all those in there, but sure. You watch. I'm gonna pull them out, and none of the cards are gonna be good. They're gonna go right back in there anyway.
All right, we're gonna do that.
Oh no, I actually need the bottom card.
Oh, good lord, this match is gonna end badly. So badly.
Cool. 3 left, and then I've got all the full playsets of everything. I will double check it by counting the cards later on to make sure I didn't miss one, because that did happen once. I very arrogantly thought I had every single card, and it turns out I missed one, and I only had one copy of it in all 3 boxes. Yeah, so now I've gotten the habit of making sure I compare the actual rarity counts to what's posted on the box to see how well I scored.
Make sure you didn't miss out.
Yeah, with the raw box was actually one of the best ones I ever pulled from, because I got every single card, at least one copy of every single card in that set, and that doesn't include the ghost rare. I'm just throwing that one out there, because that's kind of unfair.
Just a little.
Yeah, I understand what fair statistics are, and that's not that's an outlier. That's an extreme outlier, so it doesn't count. But yeah, I ended up getting one copy of everything in that set, so I was actually really happy in it. And I got 3 copies of most of the ultra rares as well, with the exception of the True Name, which I didn't expect to get considering I knew it was quite hard to find anyway. But I got the Phoenix mode. I got the alternate artwork of 2 copies of the alternate artwork of Ra. I got a bunch of shit. So and that was one of the most successful pulls I'd ever done. It just took me fucking ages to get to basically collate all the data together and be like, oh, okay, that was actually a really good fucking haul. I wish I had the knowledge of how to sort my cards back then that I do now, because I probably could have gotten through that all 3 of those boxes real quick.
Yeah,
Like now,
I would think so.
yeah, I'm already on my 2nd box, and we're not even on what? Let's see. Oh, we're about an hour and 45 minutes in, which is about how
Hour and
long
a
that
half
takes.
stream, but yeah, we've been
Oh,
sitting
that's right.
around for.
That's right. We were late to
We
the
were
show.
late. We're sorry. No, we're not actually. But
No, I don't give a shit. Like, if you want, you can. I was just watching Major Pain before the stream, and I was thinking, you can find my sympathy between the dictionary between shit and syphilis. That's where you'll find my sympathy. I fucking love that movie. Yes, it's a guilty pleasure. Right? You know, it reminds me of my dad. Right? It really. Not because my dad is like Major Pain, because he and I used to watch that movie when we did live together for a very brief period, and I have appreciation for Damon Wayans as a funny man. All right,
really,
I do.
interesting.
Yes, I actually like the Wayans brothers. Leave me alone. Don't at me.
Interesting.
Oh,
I will judge you for this completely, but that's okay.
I just find it quite like I just find it quite like endearing now, especially considering like there's no comment anymore. We killed it. All right, nothing's allowed to be funny anymore. All right, so going back and watching something like Major
Oh.
Pain, where he fucking like a movie like that would never get made today because just like there's so many things that be like, oh my god, he made the boys wear dresses, or to be like, Major Pain is a major pain for transphobes. Like like I can already see the BuzzFeed fucking articles about it because of like a few seconds in a scene. Because people latch onto shit these days like fucking leeches.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah. They're like parasites, except parasites eventually die.
Parasites can actually be useful sometimes.
Yes, they can. Like that one that eats your tongue and then lives inside and then acts as your tongue.
Oh, I was
Just
thinking
awfully.
of that, but you know.
I was thinking of that because that's actually fairly handy. Having like something that acts as your tongue, just volunteering for it. Of course, being me, I'd be a dick about it and I'd like fuck with people on purpose. I'd use my like tongue to grab shit.
Yeah,
It's like, Jay, stop using your
but
parasitic
like
tongue to do.
there's like I forget what it was. There was some article that basically argued that like using a particular roundworm that really helped boosted the human immune system a lot could be a great way to help with dealing with certain things. And it's like, you know what? This is kind of interesting.
I too have seen episodes of Doctor House.
Oh, I wasn't
They
even
have.
thinking of Doctor House. This was
Oh no, I'm always thinking about Doctor House. How are you not?
that was a good show. Like, not gonna lie.
remember, remember when we could have shows like that, Bree? How quaint things were back in the 2000s. Oh, House, we miss you, dude. You need to come back. I swear. But not the later seasons of House. Those are awful. We like to pretend those don't exist. They're fairly cringe.
Fairly cringe.
Yeah.
I think you mean really cringe.
Mm. No, there's some moments I had to stop watching because of some moments where it's just like, man, this show this show didn't jump the shark. They got like a fucking rocket boost over it. It was bad. So I like to remember the good old days when House was a raging dickhead. You know, the actual premise of the
I mean,
show.
well, yeah, that was always half the fun was him just being a dick.
Yeah, that was
The
kind of
best
like,
part was, of course, him being right while being the dick.
see, House was an inspiration because House proved you could be an absolute cunt and still fucking like be on top of the world. Because he even explains it in one episode where he's just like, yeah, you like there's that Japanese doctor that inspired him. Where he's like, yeah, he was like the lowly guy, right? Because he was like what the Japanese underclass. I forget what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yep.
But he was still a doctor, and he was a badass doctor. So they treated him like shit because he was the underclass, but he was the guy who was always right. And so House is like, I want to be like that guy. He's like, I don't give a shit how nice I am to people. I'm always right, so they can never get rid of me. I was like, and then House inspired me to be that guy in real life. So thanks
Well,
House.
I always found it funny. What episode was that? There was the episode where he cured like a phantom pain issue for one guy just by using a mirror and just
Yeah, no,
psychologically messing with the guy. But like
it's
he was such a dick to that guy, but then in the end he fucking healed,
there was the one with the autistic kid who gave him a
and it's
PSP.
just it was so good.
Yeah, the autistic kid gives him his PSP, and then House is seen playing it in later
Yep,
episodes.
yep, yep.
I remember that. That was a really
Like
big. That
there
was
were
really big.
little things that they did in there where it was just so good.
Yeah. No, I remember the one with the mirror image is actually a real thing. Like it is a real thing that they do. It's
Yeah.
not just something House made up. They found they can stimulate those neurons to basically trick them into switching off or whatever. So
Like that was just so fucking brilliant to see them
isn't it?
actually include that. It's like, oh,
Yeah, isn't it amazing like how fucking
oh.
like biology is real stupid and you can hack it in really odd ways.
Well,
Like
look what they
there's
look at what I have to deal with some of my health stuff. Like some of the stuff I deal with is not exactly what you consider, even in textbooks yet.
no.
But you know what? That's fine. I get to be a fucking guinea pig, but hey, I deal with less issues sometimes. Just really, really nice.
Oh, you know me. They still have not figured out why I'm so healthy, and I've told them several fucking times. Like, in spite of all my health issues, I'm of very active like lifestyle, right? I have a very good heart, I have a very good liver, and I
Oh
like keep
yeah, like
active. I eat very well.
I somehow have survived as long as I have, and they don't know how.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Mostly due to the fact that, people can suck it.
I don't know. I've had to explain to
I've
them the
survived
reason.
longer than I should, and people can suffer with that.
Yeah, I've explained the reason that in my case that I've survived so long and able to prosper is because of my attitude. Just because I just did not give up. Like just because I was in agony doesn't mean shit. I was in agony every fucking day. Giving up because I was in agony wasn't exactly an option. So I just kept going, and then
Oh,
eventually lo- eventually you have to learn to like it. Otherwise, if you don't, right, then despair kicks in. That's when it gets real bad. But like they're like we want to be able to replicate that. I'm like you literally cannot dictate human choice. This was an active thing I had to choose for myself at a very young age, and I stuck with it. And even though it was very, very difficult for many years because I just would not let it go, eventually it paid off in like my 30s, to where now I'm like got a very good lifestyle that I like because of it. With like my active lifestyle and the way I eat and the way I've got like my the career and shit like that, right? That was all from my attitude of just never giving up and always trying and trying and trying. And so it all ties into that. It's not like one thing in my life was affected by it.
that's
People
true.
want to quantify something. Really, you can't. You have to like look at the whole picture.
I've always
But they want.
thankfully been
They
that
want
type, the big picture type. But that unfortunately does mean really fucking suck sometimes at detail shit. But that's
well,
also one of the reasons why I'm good at it as a designer. I can see the big picture. I'm very good at executing upon that. But I leave the detail shit to those who are far better at it because I can't do it.
see, I'm highly effective just because I just will do whatever it needs to be done. Like I've I once I find a pattern, I stick to it and very rarely deviate unless I actually have to. Hang on. Oh, another ultra rare. Oh, she's pretty. Lureless Celestine Wagtail. She's cutie. Don't know about the claws though. And plus, I'm going to see some ID, young lady. A little bit too young lady, if you know what I mean. I'm almost halfway through this box, and it's only like been 10 minutes since I last checked in with the time. So there's that. I'll be easily done with the second box in no time. Just because I only have to look for what, one card?
You're putz. I'm just gonna say it. You are putz.
Oh, I know. I'm fine. I don't care. Like,
Yep. I'm just saying though. You're a putz. Just leaving it at that.
giving a shit requires effort, and as I said earlier, my effort is invested elsewhere.
Oh, it takes so much energy to care.
Yeah.
So I just say, well, this is what you are, and then I move on because it's like, well, oh my god. So we had one person in one Discord today where I'm a mod, and I peeked in, and the guy said something that all my black friends would have literally just come and just shattered his kneecaps for saying because it's so stupid. Not a coma. It's like you either have to learn to either explain yourself, it's exactly what you mean when you say this, or don't say such stupid shit.
Yeah, that would.
And he told me to keep my panties on, basically. And I just look at him and go, "Are you stupid?" Like, I'm not even gonna say a word because that requires effort to care. But it's like, yeah, you're not gonna make friends this way, buddy.
Oh, I got one better than that. If you want to go off on fucking go off on people going on a rants, right? I had a guy today, right? Basically, a few months ago, I posted a question. It was really just an open-ended question to kind of promote discussion. Like, basically, why doesn't Konami, and I guess other games companies, but specifically Konami, because they actually have all the Yu-Gi-Oh cards basically are all active in the set. So basically, from the very first card all the way up till now, if they're not on the ban list or errated, they are usable.
Mm-hmm.
So my question was, if with cards that that get circulated around resale, right? Why doesn't Konami ever decide to go get a piece of that? Because they don't make money off of secondhand sales. They make money off the first-hand sales. So if they have a very clear demand for specific cards, I don't see why they don't have people looking at the secondhand market and saying we should reprint that card. We'll make X amount of money because look how much it's selling for. If we short printed it in this box, right, we'll put more in circulation. They'll still be worth quite a bit, but more people will have them, right? It will reduce the price because then there'll be more. Itchy titty. um, that's kind of like, that was my question, right? Basically, why doesn't Konami do that? Why don't they have more kind of self-awareness when it comes to re-releases? Because a lot of the cards in these packs are just pack filler. They could easily re-release older cards, and they don't. They in fact go out of their way to not do that. And some guy left a fucking rant and a half at me, basically saying, that I should shut up and fucking just suffer through it because, well, yeah, if I want to play meta cards and I got to pay up the ass, effectively was his whole thing, and just sit down and suck it up and just get a job, right? Is what he told me to do. Because if I earned $1,000 a fucking a week, right, at working construction, I could
Uh-huh.
I could afford to play Yu-Gi-Oh. Effectively, he literally said that shit, and my response was only $1,000 a week, bro. I'm a professional engineer and I do Yu-Gi-Oh pack openings on a fairly regular basis. I was like, calm the fuck down, I'm good, right? My question wasn't complaining because I have difficulty kind of coming up
You're
the money
thinking
to pay
about the
for
other
cards.
people who also want these.
Yeah, I'm thinking about like
And
the
the
general
business
public.
overall would be probably growing.
Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking this from a like availability standpoint for other people, right? I collect the cards, yes, and I would like to play certain cards when I do actually play, but I get around that by just having a lot of cards that I can choose from that are effective substitutes. That's how you budget. And so I'm very well aware of the economy of this game. And this guy just did not understand, even remotely understand the question. Like
Yeah, that
I
tends to
think
happen a lot with
I
business.
honestly
Like, you obviously want to control the rarity of things, but there are some cards that are just abnormally rare out there that shouldn't be.
there are cards that were only printed in one set. And to be fair, a lot of these cards are not highly sought after. They're very gimmicky cards that you are um, that you have to basically build a deck around. Excuse me.
But
However,
people like to do that sometimes for
they like to do that sometimes. There's a whole bunch of new cards that have been released since those days that really don't get any love. Like, or there could be other interactions that are like totally unknown, and we just don't have the cards in circulation. So there's those ones where they're rare and expensive because, well, they never got reprinted. And there's a lot of those, especially the earlier sets. So, like, why wouldn't Konami just put those as pack filler? Like, they already have they don't even have to develop a new card. They already have a card, right? That would actually save the money.
that would be expecting them to know what they're doing.
Oh yeah, no, I've sent Konami letters about that shit before, and they don't ever read them.
Like Wizards of the Coast, they need to do certain things differently, and they just don't. And people gave up how long ago on them?
Oh yeah, no,
It's
I'm not a big
freaking
fan of this
disgusting.
or whatever. Yeah, they've had so many fucking like controversies over the years. I just am glad that I never involved myself with them. I played Pokemon like really early on, but that's it. And I'm just like, okay, I can understand why people are mad though when they because they keep doing the same shit. Yep, I got another one of these. But yeah, it's just not my cup of tea though. Is it? Like, I just want to collect cards. And I understand I understand the whole economy of collecting cards. I really do. So I've got quite a few different sets of collectible cards. But you also have to have a healthy economy in that. You can't just artificially increase the rarity of something, especially if a lot of those older packs have been although the older cards have worn down. Then yeah, you definitely want to fucking make sure. You just want to make sure that you can keep those cards in circulation. It's like digital backups, right? The originals do wear down, so you have to eventually put them back in circulation, or allow people to archive their shit. And since doing a card archive was really not practical in terms of any collectible card game, it kind of undoes the whole point of a collectible part, right? Then you kind of have to do the other part, which is reissue. Although maybe Konami should do, maybe they're doing like the Disney Vault. They just haven't announced it to everyone. Coming out of the Disney Vault, it's Dark Magician again. You better buy this limited edition Dark Magician artwork, or it's going back in the fucking Konami Vault. What was that one? What was that one video at the Oh fuck me! It was the just. I think it was the greatest hit of Disturbed, or it was they said something like, "Hurry before the supplies last forever." uh, I fucking love that video too. Ooh, some Floral Knight cards are in here. I didn't know that.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember hearing about them. This is weird. Huh. Normally, the top and the bottom of this are glued down, but in this box, they haven't been any of them. It looks like they were manufactured that way, so I'm not seeing any residue of anything on them. It's just weird. Normally, I'm so used to like put my thumb in here and just pushing it up like that, getting that like popping effect. I haven't got that in a few packs. I was like, what the fuck? These 5 packs feel weird. because they only have 5 cards in them, and I guess they use the same pack size for all the packs. They
Mm-hmm.
feel they feel weird because the cards shift around on the inside more. Oh. So yeah, I got my new maximum gold Eldorado sets coming soon. So those are on their way. I've got my Yu-Gi-Oh calendar, but I'm saving that for Christmas. Excuse me. I'll do what I did last year. I'll just open up all the slots on one day, so make sure I can sleeve them. Because I'm an adult and I don't need to.
You're an
I can get.
adult since when?
I know. I can basically suffer with the deferred gratification. Because I'm not one of those weak ass motherfuckers that needs instant gratification. People have accused me of being that kind of impulsive person, but I just play that on TV. I'm actually incredibly patient. I mean, evidently, I waited 30 years to fucking get a sex change, right? So, when I could have just done it when I was
Oh yeah, I
19.
waited till I was 32. Part of
Yeah,
it was
so
because obviously they weren't doing certain things typically, standardly, in a way that would be healthy for my body with my medical issues, so I had to wait. But the other hand, it was also worth kind of just sorting shit out and not jumping ahead like a complete idiot.
yeah, I've told my story many times. I'm not going to go through it again. Basically, I had the opportunity. I did not take it at the time. I'm glad I didn't, because it would have been a terrible decision. Um, I was not ready for it. But then I invested in the lifestyle that I have, which is basically being a workaholic. And I figured if I was going to transition, I was going to be someone who was an actual, like, I don't want to be nobody. I want to be like, at least somebody where I, like, I had a decent job and whatnot, so I couldn't just be discriminated against easily. I would at least have some kind of, like, might that I could wield, i.e., money, because that's the
Money,
that
money,
is
money, money, money.
unfortunately, money is the fucking might of our society. All right, it's it always has been. It always will be. Ever since the dawn of civilization, people who have money have better means, and because they have better means, they can do more shit. All right, like if you
True.
want to fight. If you want to fight me on this, just vaguely gestures at all of history. All right,
You don't see me arguing.
I'm just saying. There are people like, no, you see, there was this one fucking tribe somewhere. I'm like, yeah, okay, yes, there are outliers to the thing. I get it. I'm talking about in, like, greater world history, not outliers, remote
I
tribes and
keep
shit like
having
that.
to explain to people that some of this shit is stuff that literally you have to look at it big picture from history. Nope, nope. It's too much of a hassle for them.
No, I've learned that people don't actually know about, like, outliers or any kind of, like, thing, because people don't know how to draw conclusions properly because they're fucking stupid. Like, my favorite one is the people comparing apples to oranges when they talk about trans girls to normal cis straight dudes, right? They're like, oh well, you trannies, you have, like, you're all big and buff with your fucking atomic Superman fucking strength, right? That's
Well,
why you can
and it's
beat every tranny. Sorry, beat every cis girl, you fucking trannies. How dare you? That's why you. That's like, bro. First off, I couldn't even beat the cis girls when I was a guy, right? So get right? Like, I was the least athletic kid in my entire school, and I mean the entire school. I got beaten by every kid in my school at sports day, including all the women. I don't want to hear it. Oh, but Jay, that's an outlier. Yes, it is. That is an outlier, right? You are right about that because, well, I'm on the weaker scale of all that shit. Plus, but that's not where but that's not the only outlier. You can't fairly compare trannies to fucking cis men because cis men don't fucking take estrogen, right?
well, yeah. There's already the neurological differences before hormones. There's the neurological issues afterwards. There's also the
Yeah.
physical changes that happen because of the hormones during and after. Like there's
Well,
a
it's
lot of different variables, and that's just the start of it. That it continues on. But
to to say basically to say that their position of comparing of saying that that trannies and men are equal is to call it disingenuous would be very generous, right? They know that this is bullshit, because every time I call them on this, like, well, do you take hormones? Do you have tits? And do you wear women's clothes? And they always say no, and I'm like, well, isn't that fucking weird? You have an incongruity in your data set that you should really look into. And they're like, well, what do you know? I'm like, I'm a professional data scientist. I do this shit for a living. Like,
Oh yeah, but don't remind him of that. They go on
it's
get
not.
mad.
I worked in operations in one of the largest fucking telecoms in this continent, right? And you're telling me that when I was doing all that data science shit there, I didn't learn anything about how numbers work? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh,
But
numbers are
like,
racist. Bigoted.
well, no, just trying to explain. People think you're just being dismissive of their thing. Like, oh, well, you're just being dismissive because you're a tranny. I'm like, no, I'm being dismissive because you literally don't understand like the basics of statistical models or like logic.
Oh,
Apparently,
people are so
like
dumb.
I'm not exactly educated myself, right? So I'm maybe not the best spokesperson for this shit, but at least I know enough to know that I'm stupid, right? And I'll admit that, right? But there's a lot of people who'll be like,
True.
no, absolutely not. Ben Shapiro said this thing, and therefore it's facts and logic, truth. I'm just using it. I'm just picking on Ben Shapiro because, well, he's just so
Oh,
easy
Ben
to pick.
can take it. He's a big boy.
He's definitely a big boy.
Even though he's short. Like really fucking short. Like I've
That
seen him in person. He's fucking short. He's a
is,
fucking armrest.
so is he 5'7"? He was claiming to be that one time.
I think he's more like 5'6".
So I could beat him up. I'm gonna tag team with
Oh,
Zoe Turtle.
please! A fucking pillow could beat his ass up.
Yeah. I do reckon that his sister probably fucking bullied the shit out of him when they were kids. I'm just saying, if I would have done.
The ground probably bullied him while he was growing up.
He doesn't actually seem like the nicest guy. Come on, Ben. All right, you could
We
be
love you,
totally.
Ben.
You could be such a nice guy, right? And like get like
We love you,
and
but you're also fun to tease and make fun of and crack
oh,
jokes about.
he's I don't love him at all. I fucking hate him. I never liked Ben Shapiro. He's got an annoying fucking voice, and he's just pats himself on the back way too hard for someone who doesn't really fucking do anything.
Not gonna deny that.
Yeah, so that's just my 2 cents on Ben Shapiro. There are people who are much better equipped to take him down on like and actually like tear him apart. Like Nate Talks to You did a really good video about that for a while back about Ben Shapiro specifically lying about trans people, and like just fucking absolutely destroys him. It's fucking with facts and logic, and a good portion of those facts and logic come right from Ben Shapiro, which is even fucking better.
Like, but yeah,
Nate,
Ben's completely wrong on some stuff, but he's also really good on some stuff. So it's like, and the fact
yeah,
that
no,
he's chill about it and he doesn't take offense when you call him out on shit, and like I can appreciate him and love him for some of his things. That doesn't mean I agree with his ass, because I certainly do not at times.
I did watch at Thanksgiving. I did watch the fucking the Freedom Tunes. Was it the Freedom Tunes Ben Shapiro holiday? It's become part of. This is why I keep mentioning Ben Shapiro, because it's on my mind, because I was watching that every holiday. That video comes up at least once. Ever since I first saw it,
And it's
part of the canon
hilarious.
now. Oh god, every time it shows the baby, he's like, I want to raise my son to be like a respectable member of society. He's like, goo gaga, folks. So good.
I can't explain it, but it is still fun to just mock Ben every once in a while.
Oh yeah, you gotta. It's humbling. I think we've all had a humbling at some point.
I still always enjoy a good laugh at some of the stupid shit that I get made fun of.
We still get made fun of some of our old shit, which is still funny because I didn't care back then, and I care even less now. And people are like, "Oh yeah, remember that dumb shit you did?" I was like, "No,
Nope.
not really."
Don't care.
Do you know how fucking long ago that was? I've been through so much fucking shit since then, right? I went to fucking Germany and back, right? And fucking went to the goddamn Alps, right? You know, shit like that. I've had crazy adventures since then. So no, I don't remember every fucking intimate detail that everyone else seems to have documented. Because there are people who are mad about shit from like God knows, God knows how long ago, and there's no convincing them to not be mad because you know,
They're going to be
they're
no
they're
matter what.
they're gonna be no matter what, right? So it's not even worth engaging with them either, because they're to try and upset you. Oh, excuse me, or make themselves feel better. So
Ah,
the
well,
best
that's
way,
like that idiot in Discord today, where he just literally says shit that basically is racist, and it's like you're just dumb. You're just trying to get people mad, and it's dumb.
yeah, it's no, it, why even fucking bother with
Like
it?
if you're
Like,
trying to be edgy, at least be edgy in a way that's funny. At least,
God, you mean
like
like I used?
like George Carlin and
Yeah,
other
I'm not
great
exactly up there with
classic
George Carlin.
comedians that were edgy, but at least were funny with it.
Hmm.
At
That's the
least
entire
be
second box up.
intelligent. I know that's a lot to ask, but good lord.
Oh no, it's way too much to ask,
Wait a
dude.
minute. I'm
Uh,
literally invulnerable. Holy crap, when did this happen?
ask, asking people to be intelligent is like is like it impedes upon their freedom to be stupid. Like there are people who probably argue that ignorance is freedom. Wouldn't even surprise me. You'll have to excuse me 1 second though. I do have to step aside real quick.
I just realized something
Ah,
absolutely interesting on this.
sorry, I had to itch my whole side of my face. My hair's been tickling me. I don't know if you noticed. My got kind of the Egon do going on right now, and it's just because I haven't had a haircut in like 4 months. But I've got a haircut scheduled for next week. The holiday threw all that off, and my hairdresser was like, "Yeah, I'm not doing shit for like 3 weeks." All right, so yeah, saw us and was like, "All right, well, see you in 3 weeks then." Hmm. So I'm having to deal with these extra stupid long bangs right now, and they're really annoying. I don't like them. I could let them grow out and they could restyle them, but in the meantime, I have to deal with it, and I fucking hate my anime bangs, dude. They're not even full anime protagonist yet. They're getting there. Soon enough, I'll have all the Yu-Gi-Oh powers.
Oh, phenomenal cosmic power.
Well, Bree's seen it, but like to explain it to you guys, when I have wavy hair and my bangs are really fucking weird with it, they, they at some point they will grow at a 90-degree angle, like against fucking gravity.
It's fucking hilarious, and I love it.
It, yeah, she's seen it where like because there was one time that my bangs were
I
really long,
almost
and my
fucking made memes and shit about it just to mock you.
basically I had like a haircut that looked like Quickman's fucking helmet, where basically it was like it went down like this and it went sharp hard up like this for like a good half a foot, and then it dropped back down again. It was like Yugi's hair. I shit you not, and that's just my natural hair texture. People are like, "Oh, how do you do your hair?" I'm like, "I don't. I just comb it. That's all I ever do to my hair. I don't. I only ever put conditioner in it. That's it. I don't like putting additional shit in my hair. I guess I put that salt spray in my hair for a while, but I don't have to anymore. Thank fuck, because it weighs my hair down. But yeah, point being is I gotta get my hair cut, otherwise I'm gonna end up fucking getting banished to the shadow realm. Um,
Oh, we can hope.
yeah. So we'll check. We'll see what happens next week. I get to go to the bar where they actually have a drink named after me. It's one of the off menu drinks. I shit you not. Last time I went there, they were like, "Oh, we miss you, bitch. Where have you been?" And it's like, "Yeah, I don't work at the place anymore. Because I used to go in there. It was right across the street from my old workplace. I used to go there and there a lot, and that's why they had a drink named after me because I always drank the same thing. Um, and I was the only person to drink it. So, but now people are like, "Huh, I want one of them. That looks good. What is that?" So yeah, she made a drink, I guess. But yeah, I just told him straight up. I was like, yeah, I only go to Boulder to go basically get my haircut done. and the few things I have to go do in Boulder. I'm like, trying to find time to go back up there,
I
actually.
just lost because I had the worst RNG luck in the face of the game.
It happens
God
sometimes, bitch.
damn.
The RNG gods smile upon you, and they
I still get
they,
7 points, but still, fucking
they
sucks.
the RNG gods giveth and they taketh away at random. Whatever the fuck they feel like, apparently. But no, basically just like, yeah, I'm trying to get my a sense of normalcy back in my life.
Normalcy? What's that?
Yeah, all right. Well, the only times I'd ever go out was with coworkers. Now, once my friends are back in town, I can actually go do things again. I told them that. I was like, I'm excited to have you guys back because I've been by myself for a while, actually, pretty much ever since those guys left. It's like, man, that sucks. But on the other hand, I've been busy as well. Like, it's not like I would have had all this time to dedicate to them anyway. Like, that, I have gotten to be a really good programmer in the last few years. And I owe it to the fact that, well, I've had time to invest in it. But now I'm at the point where I don't think I could ever be a better programmer than I am now. I might learn like one or two things here or there, but overall, my skill is like at peak. Like, case in point, I dived into I was working on an API today because I had to. My boss basically left. If he's watching this, dude, you suck. All right, but also, I'll see you on Monday. Because he might be watching this. But I'm not going to go into it too
I'll
much.
put it
Basically,
this. I think you're a little bit incorrect. It's not so much you won't get better; it's you'll get more knowledgeable, and that technically might be able to be construed as better.
nah, because knowledge doesn't really translate to skill. Because you could have all the knowledge
Yeah,
of all the
but
syntax
just
shit.
being better doesn't necessarily mean you're more skillful.
True. I'm a lot more wiser about how I design my code as well, and
Like
that's
that's the
also
way I look at it with like how Dad is with his programming stuff. It's like he doesn't make a lot of his old mistakes. He's better at explaining stuff. He's better at organizing and all these other things. But at the same time, it's not like he's improved certain things
yeah. As far as like the
compared
tech
to like
side,
other people.
as far as the tech side and actually working on it, that is absolute mastery at this point. I mean, like I said, case in point, I was working on an API in a language I never even fucking programmed in before, and I was able to fully debug it. The only reason I couldn't get on is because I did not know the actual like ins and outs of the entire fucking like microservice, so I couldn't get all the way through the debugging session. I did have to ask for help. However, I knew to ask for help after I hit a stopping point, and all the answers basically went back to the same place. It ended up just being the code was programmed incorrectly in the first place. I never would have been able to figure that out unless I went through every line of code. Um, but I was able to figure out how to basically eliminate the actual problem I was having, which was basically just a data type problem. But I'm able to like I was able to narrow down on that in like mere seconds. It didn't hold me up like it would hold up a lot of other programmers, and like it even probably would have helped me up a couple of years ago. Nowadays, I just like, oh, that's easy. Let me go look that
Oh,
up
look
real
at
quick.
that. We have Metal showing up for once.
Hi,
Mr. Not showing up for most of them.
hi,
Oh,
hey,
putz.
hey, don't be mean to your audience. It's my job.
No, I'm always mean to my audience.
I don't know. It's just like
We played Bad Cop with them. Remember?
that's right, we did. I don't know. It's just, when I say that, basically, when I say that, I'm just saying like, as far as my advancement goes, there's very little room to move upwards.
Yeah,
I
for
don't.
Dad, the only movement upwards would either becoming an owner of his own company or becoming like a bigger, larger, like project type leader.
And that's where I'm
Of
at.
which that's pretty difficult to get much larger than like some of the shit he's already doing. So it would
Yeah,
require being at a bigger company like a Google or an Amazon or Microsoft or and no one wants
see,
to do that. Like that's just no.
no, that's for young people. Doing that when you're old is fucking. You have to be one of the executive peoples.
Yeah,
Please,
basically.
actually, hang on. Make sure I don't sneak
Going
these
to the
hicks.
gym on Fridays? Cool, good for you, dude. Good for
Yeah,
you.
we were just. We were just talking about going to the gym earlier, so you know.
Yeah, the
Bullshit.
gym I've been going to, unfortunately, is still shut down. So I still fucking do my shit at home. But
I do all my shit at home because I don't like people. So, um,
people suck.
yeah, the only thing I don't have here is a treadmill. But
Yeah, I wish I had a bike here, like just an exercise bike.
yeah, I do jump rope now though because jump rope is a very efficient form of cardio. I actually do more targeted cardio. I do lower and upper body cardio. So when I don't, basically just don't exhaust myself. You know how that goes.
Ugh, my body's achy.
God, I feel that too.
I'm getting old. God damn it.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to waking up tomorrow and just my full fucking like shoulders and arms and shit just locked up. Remember that? You remember a few weeks ago when I did that one stream where I had that my shoulders just so tight.
Oh yeah,
You could.
mine are too. Like I am looking forward to getting a massage at some point because
Oh yeah, that
my
sounds.
body is fucking falling apart.
After Christmas, I'm looking at basically taking a weekend off and going up to Black Hawk
Yeah, well,
and
you know
going.
what, Metal? Fuck you. Okay? Fuck
They
you.
have they have a hotel I've been to many times. They have a spa and a pool there with hot tubs. And I
Nice.
don't gamble. Basically, Black Hawk's a gambling town. Um, everyone else gambles, but I don't. So I just go for the atmosphere and
I
really
will
just.
admit, I do like the casino in the Dells up here. It's actually not all that bad. Rude? Come on. It's me.
Oh my god! All right, hang on. I got an eyelash in my eye now. Come on, dude. Really? On a fucking live
Ha!
stream too.
Well, you
Oh,
probably are one. Although, Metal, you'll enjoy this. I did talk to Tara a little bit, a couple of times actually this week already, which has been really nice. It's like she's finally fucking found a little bit of time. And she's actually willing to spend it on me and not just, Hunter or, doing more work. Like, Hunter's cute and all, but she keeps forgetting about, like, you and me and others. Yeah. I am infinitely, like I'm hurt. Like, if I'm working, if I'm doing stuff, I'm completely fine being alone. But if I'm into someone, or if I'm extremely close, like they're one of my best friends in this fucking world, I like that close intimacy, that being a little clingy to them. And if people can't deal with it, they can't deal with it. You can ask Lindsay when I went down to Tennessee to finally, spend time with her. I actually have a pretty nice balance when it comes to clingy versus not. So much so, I think she actually was pretty cool with it.
yeah. Sorry about that. I got several
True.
eyelashes in my eye all at once.
You do have
Jeez.
that, and that is a good thing.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if you
Eyelash in
have.
the eye, that sucks.
Hmm.
I've been having the wonderful issue of this hand, the one with the nerve damage, being just absolutely terrible in the morning. It's at that point now where I basically have to do compression therapy on it
Mm.
to get it to finally start working decently.
My hands are getting better. Did I tell you that my new laptop has a mechanical keyboard on it?
Ooh, spiffy.
Yeah, that was the selling point. I know I bought an overly priced expensive piece of shit. Here's the thing. I bought an overly priced expensive piece of shit because of the specific quality of the parts, but also because of the mechanical keyboard. Like my hand issues stem from not using good keyboards. Specifically, um it's those membrane keyboards. I fucking hate them. I scored a drop. What the hell is that?
Oh, if you have Hearthstone, there's probably a drop.
Oh, oh, I don't play Hearthstone, so I don't give a shit. Like that's the funny thing. All,
I
all of
always
these
have
notifications.
drops on because that way people who do play the game can get free shit
Oh, good for them.
for watching. And so they can just come and they can, even if they just lurk, they're still getting free shit.
Hey man, that just helps everyone,
And
doesn't
we
it?
appreciate it. We don't hate on the lurkers. We still love you.
Hey, I know for a fact that that a few larger YouTubers lurk on my channel, my tiny little channel. They told me specifically,
Oh
like Bene, he was asking questions about things I was making in my streams. I was like, "You watch my streams?" He's like, "Oh yeah." It's like he's like, "I watch your streams all the time." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Yeah." I never catch him live because you stream. Apparently, he's upset that I stream at a very odd time because he's in a way different time zone. So,
yeah,
but
I
I was on
could see
stream.
that.
But yeah, I was on stream with him. I was hopefully gonna do that again this week, but he hasn't got back to me yet. So, I need I need a schedule for when he expects to stream on a regular because last stream only happened because I wasn't on my stream. I was planning on doing a cooking stream last week on Thanksgiving, and if I had done, that stream would have been fucking 26 hours long. Uh,
True.
like I said, I didn't stop cooking all fucking day. By the time the day was over, it was like I looked at the watch. It was like 10 o'clock.
It's not worth it
I
at
was like,
that point.
and I was like, fucking a. I've been cooking since like the previous day. Before that, like 4 o'clock the previous day. So like I was, it was a long day. It was over 24 hours. It was so bad.
Okay, Metal, why are you saying Arena's trash? Now, I haven't touched Arena in quite a while. Last time I touched it, it was still in its beta stage. It was like just before launch. What's ruined Arena? Because at that point, Arena actually looked like it was maybe on the path to being actually pretty good. Like they finally embraced, instead of hey, let's do a new game every year, let's do a game that's got some longevity where we can just keep releasing cards and packs and everything onto there and just update it.
You mean like a digital format of a card game?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like actually do something that can last a long time and make lots of money off microtransactions, but at the same time still give you plenty of free shit because people like free shit.
Yeah, see, I'm good with microtransactions in theory. It's the abuse of them by developers um, that is why I take issue with.
The marketplace is bad. Oh, yeah, I could see that. If they didn't improve the marketplace, that I can see.
I felt the same way about Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Um,
That was the
like,
issue I had, yeah, with Duel Links was like the whole marketplace and some of the issues with balance that they were doing, and so I just bowed out.
yeah, one of the things that would have really helped the game when I was playing, and I did suggest this to Konami whenever I had my like surveys, because I know they read the surveys in that game. I know it for a fact. Because several suggestions I've made it into the game, or bug fixes I've suggested in the game made it into the game.
And Metal, this is why there are two things with Hearthstone that I really like at the moment. One, these battlegrounds. These battlegrounds are great because you don't have to spend any money. And it's fun. Like it's actually fun to do. Like I can just sit here and play and you never have to worry about buying cards or packs or any stupid shit. You don't have to worry about what's standard or anything. And it's an actual challenge. Yeah, because RNG kind of obviously plays a role, but that's with any card game. That's just reality. And then the other part is there's that new stage that like mercenaries or whatever, where you kind of build up ones and you do these quests and you do things. You don't have to spend any money to unlock everything, which is fantastic. Yeah, you may have to grind a bit more, but eh.
I just
Ooh,
pulled a pretty good card. Not great, but like pretty good.
it's still good.
No, the thing, my idea for that I suggested to Konami that they didn't do was that older packs in Duel Links should be cheaper. As you release more packs, it becomes prohibitively expensive to go back and get specific cards that make decks work. So in order to, and since you know they've remedied this by reprinting cards in other packs, but that doesn't help. That doesn't help at all because that's only a single card out of an archetype. And like that, yeah, just if you're gonna split releases across multiple boxes, make older boxes cheaper. as time goes on, because people will be incentivized by the new boxes, but the new players won't be scared off by the cost of having to catch up. This is why I haven't gone back to Duel Links either. When I quit hard. I was just like, nope, I'm done. I don't mind the whole idea of the way they do their boxes at all. It's just that they're too expensive. If I wasn't actively playing all the time, I lost out. And now I haven't been playing for so fucking long. It's like, well, fuck it. It's not even going back is like the opposite of an investment. It's a liability. So, and I was someone who spent a lot of money in that game, and I won't go back to it. And I enjoyed the game. I still won't go back just because it's all about their fucking microtransaction
Yep.
model. And I'm not even complaining about the fact that there's microtransactions, because I've defended it several times on other live streams. It's just that it needs an overhaul. This is the problem they're having with master duels.
I love that. I gotta play that again.
Oh, what? Oh. How do I get these fuckers out?
Should I say good girl Bree?
Not those ones.
I love that Tara Babcock audio clip. Thank you, Mersaddles. How have you been? I have not seen your face in far too long.
Good girl Bree?
I still love that audio clip. I told it to play a couple times just because I enjoy that clip, and Tara giving me permission to use it's still fun.
It's always good when you have official permission, and then you get DMCA'd by some other twat who says
Well,
that they own.
I forget
rights
how
to
big
it.
her fucking YouTube is. It is pretty big. Aw, I appreciate that, hon.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people who like
Oh,
we know that.
good grief. You've been working late then. Oh, poor girl.
Yeah, there's a lot of people we know that made it big, and then that, or bigger, I should say, and it's just fun to watch that.
Oh, hell yeah. I love seeing all my friends that have gotten huge on YouTube and other places kick some butt.
Well, I already told you about the one thing I'm thinking about doing. I'm not talking about it here, because if it doesn't happen, I don't want to be embarrassed by it. But
Let's see what
yeah,
we can do.
let's just say I'm asking a certain person who had a gimmick if I can do the gimmick again, because he extended the gimmick to other people, and that's fine. I gave him the idea for the gimmick, so it's up to him to do whatever he wants with it. But he dropped it, and I asked him if he was interested in doing it again. He's like, "Oh yeah, I was wondering when you were gonna come back and do another one." I was like, "Bro, I did a second one for you, and you never used it. Like,
He's a
I put
putz.
I put all that effort into doing a second video for you, and he never used it. So I just assumed that you just didn't want me to do anymore." He's like, "Oh no, I just didn't ever have an opportunity to use it." I was like, "Oh."
Well, then he's
Good for him.
putz. Like I said, putz.
Like-
Putz,
I
putz,
was
putz,
like-
putz, putz.
I was like, "Bro, you know, you should have said some shit, because I would have totally like." Ugh. So I'm thinking about reviving that gimmick.
I feel
again.
that Mersaddle's about being understaffed. I have a coworker who is so useless. All the work she did for the first 4 months of the year is completely null and void. And now we're having to go back and fix it all, and the year's almost done.
I'm not even going to say about the understaffed nature of my last job, because I'm kind of responsible for it. On the other hand, too bad, so sad, right? Like, they kind of put themselves in that spot, so I have no sympathy. Again, between shit and syphilis, Major Pain. Oh god, that movie's like so fucking relatable.
Like, I sometimes wonder how some people are hired in this world when they're just so bad.
Oh god. Who said it to me the other day? I can't even remember. Someone said it the best. They're like, some people are in their jobs not because they're good at their job. It's because they are dangerous if you put them in any other position. They have to be there specifically to keep them out of everyone else's fucking way. So a lot of people just have, do nothing jobs. I'm like, wouldn't it be just simpler to fire these people? But apparently not, because
Nope.
apparently
Nope. If we fire people, they might mistake it.
they can mistake it outside of the office where they no longer work.
Oh
I
my
know, I'm
God.
sorry.
I just
I'm-
got the most OP fucking one ever.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
All right.
So I can double my battle cries, and I have a character where every time I do a battle cry, it applies a buff to every character.
Oh,
So
that's
now
pretty-
basically I can just mass battle crash. Just be like, win, 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 win. Oh, that sucks, Mersaddles. Like, this vendor fucked up too, and they didn't send us all the info correctly either. So it's partly their fault, partly this girl's fault. And I have spent so much time, even when I was recovering after my hospital stay last month, dealing with her bullshit and having to fix things.
it's
This
hard
is
to
why
find.
I think my boss should never hire his buddies or friends because they're just incompetent.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that from a thing in the chat where it's like it's hard to fire people for stupidity. Not if you label it incompetence. If you label it incompetence because well they tend to go hand in hand, then it's actually fairly easy to get someone fucking fired. Speaking of someone who has done that several times, not maliciously, there are people who have been so incompetent at my jobs that they were actually dangerous even at the job they were at.
Yeah, I was gonna drink tonight, no, but unfortunately, I decided it's probably in my best interest to not attack my liver anymore this week.
I've been pretty good to my level.
Like, I have been on some pretty heavy duty medications, and I probably shouldn't ruin things.
Yeah, I have a problem with hiring my friends, not because I won't hire my friends. It's just that they expect me to treat them as friends when I'm at work, and I'm all like, nah, like I'm here
Well,
to
and
work,
you
bitch.
know this, I went into business with a friend, the tattoo shop. We owned it together. Him, his wife, me. There was one other person, but he was only like 5% owner. And he just was hands off the whole time. But he never paid me back any of the money that we owed when we went under last year. And I sued him just because he decided to, be a dick about it and everything. And he ended up, ooh, pretty card.
Necrosynchron.
He never gave me the money. And yeah, I'm never still going to see the money. And I could petition the court to garnish his wages at whatever new job he gets and all that. It still killed the fucking friendship. And I knew him for forever. He's like one of the guys that saved me when the guy who did terrible things to me showed up at his shop to come after me again.
Yeah,
So I
I
can't
don't
bring
like.
myself to kind of go after him more, but
See, I don't like going to business with friends because a lot of my friends just can't handle that. They treat it the wrong way, and I always tell them business for pleasure. I don't give a shit. Like I'm a workaholic. I dedicate my time to my work because I give a lot of a shit about
oh
it.
yeah, Mersaddles. I'm gonna have an Unreal Engine 3D model that you might enjoy seeing hopefully later this month. Fingers crossed. Might end up being early next year, but
I should help Shaza for those few remaining animations I asked. I paid him to animate my rig with 5 additional animations.
the 3D printed one really turned out well, though. That I'm
Oh yeah,
really fucking happy about.
good. I'm almost done with this box. I'll be done with this box by the time we stop streaming. Easily.
I think I put a picture of the 3D printed one on
Oh shit.
my public Instagram, I think it was. I could go grab it, but
That requires effort, and effort is too much.
that would require me to walk across the room, and I really do not want to grab my cane right now and hobble.
Go.
It kind of is nice to just sit at the moment. Oh yeah, no, it's gonna have the Unreal Engine model is gonna have the full AR kit capability like Code Miko does. So that should be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'm ever gonna use it, but gives me the option then to use the facial capture stuff if I get an iPhone, so I can do that stuff.
Yeah, Chaza set my rig to be like the was it the whatever the fuck the capture shit. I just don't have any ever intention to use shit like that.
Yeah, it's nice to have the capability, even if you don't really ever use it.
Yeah, I'd rather have it because he basically designed it that way
It's
on purpose.
easier to have it created with it than to add it later, basically.
Yeah, he had a lot of rigging to my model that he knew that I really wouldn't probably use, but it was just like if he knew if he had to use it, it should be there. So that's why he added it. So
Oh yeah,
it's kind of
and
like
for saddles, you'll also enjoy it. It's gonna have the embellic hair, the that I showed Frozen through. It's like shampoo commercial. It's so cute.
because I'm with it.
Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And the hair all flies all with the individual strands. It's so cool. Like we never had that in Unreal Engine 3. Never.
I remember when they used to struggle to show that shit in cutscenes, like when they actually pre-rendered it all.
Oh yeah. Like in Unreal Engine 3 when we did shit for Unreal Tournament. Nope. We couldn't do that shit.
I remember how horrible it was in the introduction to Tekken 2. Do you remember that?
Oh
With like
god.
fucking was it I forget, was it Anna or Nina? I can't remember the blonde one. But she lets her hair down and fucking basically it's the individual vectors for her hair. It's so bad. But that's the best we had at the time, right? Well, maybe not the best, but like that's the best we could do on the PS1, right? At the time. Hey, there was a pre-rendered
Ooh,
cutscene.
we're
They
gonna
could
save that
they
one.
oh god. Those are the days.
Yeah,
So
it's still gonna be fun to fucking play around with more stuff, and yeah, it means less gaming time, but skill building is just as important.
Yeah, why do you think I'm so invested in learning all these things that I learn? Like the IT shit and WebGL and all that stuff. To be
All
fair,
right, and now Erica, your Discord server is now being muted permanently because fuck you for letting plebs in your server use the everyone constantly and bringing up fucking. So this is
it's
why
kind of
you
a
and I do shit the way we do, is we don't have people being stupid like that.
yeah. Basically, I kind of have a common sense rule where it's just like if something is basically just annoying, it doesn't matter if it's against the rules or not. Like you're very clearly being a pain in the ass, and that's kind of the unwritten rule. Remember, don't piss off Frozen, right? Annoying me in my Discord by at everyone all the time. That'll do it. That'll definitely do it. That's an immediate fucking permaban. Right? I don't give a shit. Like this is why I have like the holding pen of pain, where you can spam it all you want, but you ain't getting into the rest of the server, so it really doesn't matter. I
Yeah,
love that shit.
honestly, I have a whole muted fucking role where literally you can sit there and you can try to type in any of the channels, but you can only read. You can't type. You can't do anything. It's like if you just piss me off, I'll mute you, and then you can just sit there and you can see all the cool stuff, but that's it.
Yeah, Bree knows why that unwritten rule fucking was formed because one time I had to be fucking pulled away from work. I had to actually leave work as a Discord shit. I was not fucking happy that day.
There are still like, what's her face still fucking pissed me off with her being completely stupid, and it's just like,
I was not. The thing is, I didn't take sides on the whole thing because I wasn't there for it. I just banned everyone. I literally was just like, fuck it. Like I was like, if you guys aren't gonna be adults and take this elsewhere, and like, and I'm just gonna basically like, fuck it. Anyone who encouraged it, you're all gone. And I just basically banned everyone. I couldn't be. I think I removed your
I mean,
admin powers, but I banned her.
yes, you banned her, you removed that, and honestly, I never really wanted your admin powers in the first place.
Yeah, it was just convenience for me. So I was like, all right.
So it gave you the ability to look strong on stuff, and me didn't really affect me in any way at all.
Yeah, and my admins are chill as fuck, right?
I
They
still
barely
feel I
annoy.
was in, partly in the right, but at the same time, it did violate one rule. And,
But it was just yeah, I had to peel away from work. Like that's the same reason I was annoyed with Kat when shit was happening with her. I'm just like, dude, I straight up just told everyone involved. I'm like, look, I'm at work. Can you not fucking DM me when I'm in the middle of doing a deployment to a client machine? Can you not? Can you save this for when I'm off work in like 8 hours from now? Appreciate it.
yeah.
and they just all ignored me. Like, no, you need to pick a side now. I'm like, I don't give a shit what this argument's about. I couldn't give a fuck. Right? It's nothing to do with me. It's between you guys. I'm not an arbitrator of your fucking internet battles, right? And I just lost my shit. And everyone
I
was
feel
like,
that
somehow this
metal.
is my
There's
fault.
only 2 servers where I will let let everyone on the server message me. I won't say which ones those are, but
Oh
they're
yeah, no,
pretty
it's-
heavily like anyone who would message me on there is okay. Because I'm pretty heavily, know that it's well moderated and cared for. So
I left a whole bunch of discords because of that problem. Where I just like, they just don't moderate their shit, so people send you all sorts of crap.
well, the Steam phishing stuff is it's kind of hilarious at the moment how bad that keeps getting. I mean, there are people overseas that you get any leak of any passwords, they're already trying to use it to get into any Steam account. The funniest part is my mom's Steam account, which she only used with the family share thing, which was already disabled by the time that they even got into it, didn't have a single game on it that was actually purchased. Had no personal info. So they literally got a completely useless account. It's like, good job. You used the password from somewhere else and got nothing.
See, I don't share passwords like that across websites. I have unique passwords for everything.
Yeah, I had to teach mom to stop doing that because it's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's dumb, 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 dumb.
Yeah, oh god. I've programmed password systems. Don't even fucking talk to me about trying to tell users how to change their fucking password, alright?
I still love the wonderful episode in Archer where the password to Cyril's embezzling was just guessed.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know how often that happens? Too often.
Oh yeah. But we had to go through a list of like common phrases that we were basically banning them from our password list, so you couldn't use these at all in any way whatsoever. And we were having a good laugh because some of these are fucking stupid. Like we literally saw the 1 2 3 4 5 thing on the list from fucking Spaceballs on there, and I was like, oh, I thought that was just a meme that Mel Brooks made up. No, people are just that stupid. Mel Brooks is a genius.
Mel Brooks is a genius. Like
I know.
it really breaks my heart sometimes the fact that like we can't
We'll
get
never have another one.
films like the ones he did anymore.
Oh god. I still enjoy the shit out of fucking Spaceballs. And Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, the producers?
The Producers is good too.
Oh, so good.
It is one of the few films that I'll watch that has Will Ferrell in it. Or at least, that version of it. Because I know wasn't it like a play as well?
They had the original ones.
Yeah.
And then no, it was good to see you too, hon. I only stream like twice, maybe 3 times a month, depending on how many Fridays there are. So it's pretty rare for me to be on here. Which actually has been kind of nice. Not gonna lie.
Are you planning on doing we gotta talk about Christmas.
We were gonna do the 17th, and then we were gonna skip the 31st because of New Year's.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because I definitely
for obvious reasons.
Yeah, I think it's a nice healthy break because I could really use those 2 fucking short weeks.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Look at us. We're workaholics. We work too much. We have all of our side projects we do. No, we're not gonna be stupid.
I mean, I'm only just now getting to the.
I'm already stupid enough. I don't need to add more stupidity to my life.
I'm already getting down on all of these Yu-Gi-Oh cards now. Finally, after a year and a half now.
It's true. I mean,
to be fair, these ones were only sitting there for about a couple of weeks because I just bought them. These are because these just came out a couple of months ago, so. I intentionally didn't pre-order these ones because I already pre-ordered a bunch of cards when I was unemployed. I was like, I gotta wait for all those ones to arrive before I even dare order another fucking set of cards. Hang on. Give me 1 second, Bree.
Yeah, no, I'm just I'm looking here trying to figure out. Oh my god!
Just give me 1
I
second.
literally just got one of the best fucking combos in the fucking game.
Good for you, bitch. Oh, I got another one of those Ultra Hounds. They're
Oh
so
my
cute.
god, it's so good! Like, somehow I've only taken, what, like 4 points of armor damage, and that's it. Yeah, we're doing a little bit longer stream tonight because I'm busy tomorrow and I can sleep in a little bit. So, plus I see that drunk panel was canceled tonight, so we're not doing that. Plus, I'm not really feeling like drinking. So,
Yeah, I
Kinda
haven't
all
felt
works
like
out.
drinking in a while. I really haven't. And you know, I used to be an alcoholic, so it's actually really good for me.
I am still an alcoholic, so me trying to be moderate on things is me actually trying to be intelligent for once.
I'm
The
actually
world's
not.
gonna fucking implode because of that, but you know, it's
I don't get nearly as much enjoyment out of drinking as I used to. I think that comes with maturity, though.
maturity. What's that?
I know. It's a stuff that happens to cheese and old people.
Old people. It's so true.
That's why old people smell like cheese.
Hey,
You can't. I'm
I
not
will
wrong,
neither
right?
accept nor deny it. But my
Mhm.
smelling like cheese is because I eat cheese.
Yeah,
Even
I
though
eat
I
a lot of cheese
shouldn't.
too. Yeah, oh yeah, no, it's
But
not exactly great
some
for
of
you.
the non-dairy cheese is still pretty good too.
Oh god, I can't stand some of the Daya cheese. Ugh, nope. I had to eat that for like fucking years. I hated it. Okay, that was the last pack. I opened up 3 whole fucking boxes.
I kind of don't mind the diet ones, but
That's all 3 boxes of Synchro Storm. That was
yeah.
that was the fastest like deduping and sleeving of cards I've pretty much ever done. I'm not saying it's a speed record or anything like that. It's just yeah, I got through all the cards in all 3 boxes, and I deduped them and make sure that I had all my playsets of the commons and the rares. I still have to dedupe all the super rares, ultra rares, and I guess there's no secret rares in this one, so easy enough. I know for a fact there's 2 that I have more than 3 copies of. I saw them. I pulled 2 of them and back to back. So I was like, oh. But yeah, see, I told you I could do it. The 5 packs are a lot easier to do than those fucking 9 packs. Those 9 packs take forever.
It's true.
Oh god. To be fair, the 9 packs only take forever for the first box. Once you get to that first box, it's a breeze because then you only need to pull 1 card out or 2 cards depending on how the pack goes. But like fuck me, it was brutal.
Oh, nice! I got a message from one girl that she's gonna try to figure out my concept that I sent her. I find this rather interesting for one project, and I haven't really shared much of it
You don't have to.
online because it's still not done yet, and there's still a lot of writing that has to be completed yet. But this is well before I met you, well before I chose to transition. This is probably back to when I first met Miranda. So this is like 10 years ago already.
Damn.
There was one artist that
Ow.
I absolutely just adored the work she did with it. And I took a look online, and for the life of me, I just sometimes couldn't quite figure out how she did certain things. Well, I ended up finding out that she does do some custom design work. Well, turns out she's actually a pretty cool chick. And she is far more talented than I thought. Like when it comes to like symbology design.
Mm-hmm.
So now she's going to do one, just a personal one for me, for my own just enjoyment and use. I'm just like, yes.
Your own Bree lore, basically.
Yep. To go with my character and everything else. And actually at a reasonable price.
Oh.
But like the funny part is like I had saved my favorite one of her pictures a decade ago, and then for that side project, I found her online. I forget where, and she did it. And I mentioned that, and she was just like, "Holy crap! I hadn't thought of that website, that posting, that stuff in forever." She had just dismissed it and moved on to other platforms and stuff.
Yeah, it happens.
And we just have, thankfully have kind of kept in touch a little bit. So it's like, you never think that, 10 years you run into an artist again that you admired but never really worked with. And now suddenly it's like, yay.
I used to think that kind of shit didn't happen. Then now I'm a lot like, oh, I'm a lot like you now. It's just like, oh yeah, no, I know it's an eventuality.
Yeah, I can't help but enjoy this just happening because it's like, somehow this just keeps happening. And I don't know why, but I can't really argue with it.
Ow.
We're going to finish this particular battleground. I think then we'll call it a night.
Okay, I have to stretch. Oh, like I said, my shoulder's tightening up. I have been stretching all day to make sure that when I finally do rest, it doesn't all tighten up and get sore. It will still hurt, but I just don't want to be like, I don't want to be like that one stream, like I was like locked up like this the whole time. That hurt.
Yeah, no.
Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so yawny. It's
Oh, it's fine.
cool.
I am yawning myself, actually, so.
Well, I was doing component design all fucking week. For
Well,
those who
it's
don't
good to
do
see that.
UX implementation, doing component design is some of the most draining shit. Because most of what I'm doing is prototyping, and I haven't actually gotten to the full implementation yet because of that whole fucking nightmare. Normally, if I was designing a data-driven component, it would be done by now because of reasons. Problem with that, in this case, is the template I'm working with is extremely complex. There's about 30 to 35 different inputs depending on like what happens, and they're grouped. So I've been dealing with that fucking stress. Because I have to have some of this done by Monday to show my boss.
Ugh.
Yeah, unfortunately today's time sync didn't help because in fact the other guy who I report to he said something along the lines of, oh yeah, when on Monday when you see dude, right, when he shows back up again, just give him absolute amounts of hell for it. Make some shit up just to guilt him into going on vacation. I was like, that's so mean. I'm doing it. Right? Like so yeah, like I'm gonna tease him a bit, but no, it was a good opportunity to go into the other code and see how well I fared in it. But I don't like time sinks, so I have to recognize that. I've already let them know that the deadline they proposed is unrealistic, just because of like they didn't plan around like the holiday and both of my bosses being gone for 6 weeks. Okay, maybe not 6 weeks. It was a significant period of time already. So yeah, and then no one could have accounted for the fact I had to actually go to do the flight training, which took 2 full days of development time, and I let them know, hey, this is going to be like a pretty big, significant like impact upon the deadline. And they're like, no, your being here is more important because it directly relates to the thing we're doing after the project you're on now. I'm like, oh, okay. So they have plans for me, right? All day.
Oh, sweetie, we all have plans for you.
Ooh. But yeah, I'm just chipping away, doing component design, but like very large component design. Although I have broken it down into a lot of smaller pieces. That's generally how I go about it. But even then,
No, it does tend to be a little easier method.
yeah, doing a massive data-driven component that is basically a full single-page web app is difficult to do with a full team. excuse me. I'm doing most of it by myself. Thankfully, I don't have to just set up the overall infrastructure of the website itself. I'm just designing part of the interface, but that's still a significant thing. When people look at it, like, oh, it doesn't look all that complex. I'm like, well, that's because you're only looking at it as a pretty picture. I'm actually looking at it as in terms of data structures. I'm like, that's gotta program that, like, fucking such a nightmare.
Holy crap, we're now in the top 3, and I'm not quite sure how.
Ooh, accept it. Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
And the winner is... None of these are actually any good. Holy crap, this sucks.
Oh well.
Alright, we'll just do this then.
Oh, excuse me. It feels as if I'm being rude by yawning. I'm sorry.
You're not, though. Stop it.
Okay, cool.
Stop it.
I still not.
I will smack you upside the head.
Probably after this, I'm planning on going to bed. I'm fucking exhausted.
No, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, well, I have a busy day tomorrow. I already cleaned the entire house, which is good. So I'm gonna prepare a meal. Probably gonna make beef stew or something with some pearl barley in it. Oh wait, no, I can't make beef stew. I don't have beef broth. I could make beef broth tomorrow. There's no reason why I can't. It's well, nah. There is no reason why I can't. I just gotta sort out the chicken broth and put it into bags. It's in giant cubes.
Oops.
Oh.
Alright, let's see. We got... Okay, so those two are fighting each other. I get to fight... I get to be the one RNG person who doesn't have to fight one of the existing people. So they get to eliminate each other, one of them. And then I get to fight them.
You're still going? Holy shit! All right.
No, we're almost done.
Okay. Because
I'm hoping that this guy... Yep, no, now we're down to the final fight.
Okay. Cool. There. Oh, I did get my I got some HDMI converters to USB. I'll be able to actually stream gameplay.
Oh, nice.
I haven't tested them yet, mainly because I bought them for my GoPro. So I basically was going to stick an HDMI box on the wall and then plug it into a couple places, or rather have a couple of cables on the ceiling that plug into it. And then that way I can set up my camera at a specific point I know that will be useful for that stream. And that way I can have a second vantage point so people can look down my top. Also the cooking, but mostly the first thing.
Yeah.
Well, I got these sweet new titties. I want to show them off, so.
I'm just excited for April. Like, April cannot get here fast enough. Because I really want to do that. Like, Tara and everyone's been very, very excited. I mean, even Margaret's excited a little bit for me. I could tell a little bit. Although, I think she's more excited to go see her boyfriend in fucking LA. Like, I find it interesting. All those YouTubers from that one era before even Trump was president. Somehow, Margaret's the only one out of the political ones that actually stuck around and still interact with. Like, there's a couple that's like, shoot, I know her real name's Annette. I'm trying to think of what her YouTuber one is. Baring's wife.
Oh, Sugar Tits.
Yes. I still interact with her a little bit, but mostly just because Instagram and periodically seeing her in my feed. But really, like, Margaret's the only one that I actually bothered with. It's the one Canadian.
Yeah, she used to talk to my husband.
Completely makes sense. Holy cow, I actually didn't win. Oh, because he went all fucking poison. God damn it.
Yeah, Margaret used to talk to my husband a lot when I was,
I like her. She is always so just chill.
Yeah, I never had a problem with her. We always just chill. I haven't spoken to her in a long time, although I do have her on Facebook. It's just I haven't been on Facebook. I logged onto Facebook, and immediately after fucking logging on, I got a notification that one of my posts had been flagged, and I was getting another 30-day ban. So I was like, oh joy. Why even fucking bother with this website at this point? I didn't post on Facebook for like fucking years because for 6 straight months or some shit like that, it was a long time. I got 6 or so consecutive 30-day bans.
I just don't bother with Facebook. It's so nice not logging
No, it's
into it, not using it, nothing. It just does not exist for me. I have the Messenger because of a couple people.
See, I won't get the Messenger. The only reason I used Facebook at all was to message people, and just it ain't even worth it for that. Like, I'm
Certain
sorry to
people
anyone
just
that
check
follows
it
me over
more
there.
than they do their fucking text messages or Discord ones even too.
Yeah, it's that a lot of these people know to follow me on Instagram, and they have been going over this slowly. But um, there's just most people are on Facebook and they won't leave, and it's like, well, I'm sorry guys. If I go back there, I'm curating my friends list like a lot, like hard. I'm removing family members and shit like that. That are just a pain in my ass. Just I'm so tired. I'm so tired of every single fucking post being a battleground between one group of stupid fucks and another group of stupid fucks. And I'm just like, man, I just want to hang out with the people that I like and talk shit, right? And like,
Yep.
maybe share recipes and things like that.
Hey, you are not stealing my recipe for pumpkin potato pancakes.
Um,
It's mine and mine alone.
like it would actually help my streams more if I posted my fucking streams on Facebook, and I still won't do it out of sheer principle. No, that and the fact that I have another 30-day ban. One of these days I'll be able to post on Facebook, but that day I still won't do it because tomorrow I know I'm gonna get another 30-day ban.
No. You.
Like, uh, it's I don't know. I haven't used it fucking forever. I've barely used my mines. I only ever post stream links to mines. Social media is.
I forget mine exists.
I forgot what was fun about social media. I really did. I was like, what was fun about this? Oh, winding people up. Okay, well that got really boring really quick.
Yeah,
Because
like
I already.
I've always loved experimenting with people, seeing reactions, seeing how they interpret data and things like that, whether it's visual, audio, whatever. It's just not as much fun anymore. Like I still do it periodically, but never to the extent I used to.
Yeah, it's just it's lost all its luster. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like, and this is coming from someone who wound people up on the internet literally fucking
All
since
right.
there was an
We
internet.
can't win this because we don't have any poison. He's literally just killing our stuff instantly because we have no divine shield and we got no poison.
See, I see. All right,
Yeah,
well, that's
see,
not true. That's not necessarily true because I moved my shit posting over to LinkedIn where I can get real shit for it. The higher risk makes the reward even better, right?
yeah,
Shit
it's
posting
not
on
so
your
much that it's not as much fun. It's just it's not as satisfying in the places where it used to be done. Like Twitter
Yeah.
shit posting, it's just not fun anymore. Because it's so easy to get a reaction, and the reactions are just so normal.
Yeah, all those extreme reactions and stuff are just normalized now. You know, so like it's the Twitter being acting like SPACs are like fucking like that's just the normal. That's just the norm. So it's not really fun. It's expected now. People being reasonable on Twitter, that's the counterculture right there. Having common sense on Twitter, oof,
Yeah,
you rebel.
no, that's not going to happen again.
Oh no.
Normality is gone.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, there we go. That's We still made progress in Battlegrounds. We're not quite back yet to where we were at over 4,500, but that's okay. We will get there.
That's okay.
But to
I
everyone who
have
stopped by, we definitely thank you. Anything
Same.
else on your end, or otherwise it'll be 2 weeks from today. That'll be the next one.
Oh, I never recommend that second movie, but I don't remember the name of it. So, but I can describe it. It's a vampire film. It has Bruce Campbell in it. Um, it is ridiculously silly, as you might imagine. I wish I remember the name of the fucking movie. But yes, if you look that up, hang on, I'll look it up. Unless you're on it. It has a really fucking
the western.
yes.
Sundown, the Vampire in Retreat from the good lord 89.
Yeah, it has Bruce Campbell in
Oh,
it as
John Burgess and Anthony Hickox wrote it, and Hickox
it's
directed it. Okay, that explains why it's not like too bad. Okay.
it's the right amount of like 80s schlock, right, and silliness, and Bruce Campbell's in it. Again, like, remember when movies were fun? It was actually quite novel to watch because, like, even though it's a movie that doesn't take itself too seriously, it does take its premise seriously enough to have a feature length run where it doesn't get boring, and
All right.
it doesn't get farcical either. It gets silly without being farcical, and so
Yeah, that's
I
pretty
recommend
rare
it.
to find.
Like, it has a structure to it, right? And it unfolds it, but it doesn't unfold it necessarily logically where you would go. It's like, wait, they're going that way with it, and it doesn't bother. It's like Officer Down, like I was explaining earlier. It's another movie that just has its premise, and it doesn't fucking bother to explain how it works. It just forces you to accept the fact that this is a thing that's real, and you just gotta deal with it because the movie hasn't got time for your bullshit.
Yes, it's rather
And
silly.
I actually appreciate that, because why would a movie take a time to explain shit to you when, if the movie is just basically a day of these people's lives? People don't have exposition in real life. So the movie's not going to stop and be like, we have to have an exposition dump now. You know? It's actually really well paced that way. I like it. It yeah.
At least there
And
are some levels of reasonableness movies out there.
yeah, I'm not saying it's the best movie. It's if you like I like Z movies and like B movies. I just poked myself right in the boob. Don't ban a Switch. That was an accident. I didn't mean to, like, whatever. But like, I like shitty movies, but like good shitty movies. Like, basically, I don't like the AAA blockbuster movies. That's not my thing. I really don't like to watch those because they're just flashy special effects extravaganzas, and it's boring, and there's very little actual creativity to them, in my opinion. Not always, but
Yeah,
you
there's
know,
the exceptions, but there's
usually,
it's
right?
usually disappointing.
Yeah, I'm I don't know. It just feels it just the blockbusters, ironically, with all this flashy special effects, to feel lackluster and wanting more. Whereas the shittier movies that don't have good special effects, that look crappy with lesser budgets, right? Maybe even their older movies are more enjoyable simply because they don't hold my hand the whole way through, and they are having fun with their movie universe that they're doing.
Yeah,
Remember
I
when
think
movies were
that's one
fun?
of the reasons why I think the Sci-Fi Network one is better than with like the exposition and the storytelling than the one that just came out this year, is because they had a little more fun with it. They just told the story. They didn't try to worry so much about cinematography and making it pretty and well, we got to make sure we do enough fan service. It's like, yeah, but then you leave all this other shit out, and then they cut out some of the best parts of the story, like Paul getting drunk and the banquet.
See, I'm not all that big of a fan of Dune. I have the obviously I have
I have all the
the David
books.
Lynch one, but I never
I'm
read the
way too
books.
into it, so
See, Dune was one of those things that passed me by when I was a kid, because by the time I was into more heavier sci-fi concepts, I was already playing like fucking games. So I was playing like
Yeah.
Warhammer 40,000, and I was
It's
playing
tough
like
to go back
in-
into a deep,
it,
thick, heavy
it
one like that.
it really is when you don't have any friends that you can discuss it with. And this was the early days of the internet, like when I was still in my teens. So while there were people, they were all adults, and I didn't have anyone my own age to talk to about that shit. So it kind of just passed me by.
Yeah,
And then by the time
I had Gray and Mel during that time, so I was spoiled.
yeah. See, by the time I like figured it, actually had time and interest to do it, I was trying to go have sex and do drugs. So at that point, and by drugs, which I mean, of
See
course,
chat. You don't have
caffeine,
to just drink and do drugs to have fun.
but it does help.
I liked the test. I especially liked how they did the voice part.
See, I haven't seen it, but I don't really give a shit about.
Oh,
I really don't.
bloody hell. Okay, you know what? We're just going to ban you, you stupid bot. Well, we're just going to end on that. I'm banning a bot because that's fun.
That's more bots than YouTube banned all fucking year.
All right, because I can just rant on the Dune movie stuff, and then we'll be up to like 2 in the morning. It's not worth it. So
yeah.
chat,
Apparently,
since you're already heading out anyways, I could see from the numbers, we'll be back in 2 weeks. So we'll see you guys then.